What's good? What's good? It's good. Episode 17? Question mark?
16?
16? Fuck, 16. I'm one ahead.
Yes, right.
Episode 16. Yes, welcome everybody to the Aim Down Sights podcast. I'm back. I'm messing things up already. I don't know what day it is. I don't know what fucking, Shout out to you, Reese. ADS Fire. Let's go. How you doing, guys? Welcome out to the ADS podcast. We got some really interesting topics tonight. We're talking some Gamescom stuff. We're talking Elden Ring. Is it too hard? We're talking Amazon on fire, right? Being on the Fire Stick. So it's gonna be interesting. It's definitely gonna be interesting.
Definitely.
Thank you, Reese.
So the
Appreciate
only
you.
we're talking about tonight, right? No, I'm kidding. Sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the subject that everyone loves to talk about, layoffs, and why nobody's talking about it.
Hey, guess what? We're gonna talk about it here. We're gonna break that news today. We're gonna talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just a quick welcome back. Welcome back, Rhetri. We missed you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I am back. Thank you, guys. It was a lot of nice messages, people DMing me and stuff about what was going on. It was some family shit. And stuff going on with my dog too. My dog got cancer, just had surgery, so hopefully that's okay. So it was like one thing after fucking another. But that's life, man. You know how that shit goes.
You was really missed, and your
appreciate you, man.
Is definitely highlighted and appreciated more than ever. Me and Panda did not burn the house down while you was gone.
I thought you guys did great. I thought you guys did really good.
Thank you.
Like I watched it, I was like, it's this is how I know I picked the right people, because I watched the show. I'm like, the motherfuckers don't need me. They're good. So you guys did great. I thought you guys did great.
Could tell I was like, which intro do I pick?
Yeah.
Right.
I love that you used a totally new intro, which is fine. That's why, like we talked about, we had 3 intros. We had never played another intro because the one we usually use is so damn good.
Yeah.
It's definitely the best one. But we played the other one that's never been played tonight too. So hopefully you guys like that music intro as well. We got a lot of choices around here. But welcome out, guys. How you doing, Next Gen Nero? How you doing, brother?
Hey, how's my audio, bro?
Sounds great, man.
Okay, because FarQ said I was a little low. I think he might just be trolling.
You were a little low. I feel like you were a little low last time when I did listen to podcasts. I'm not sure why. I don't know if it was the distance.
Last week we was, but we ended up fixing it.
We fixed it. Yeah. All
right, FarQ said it's better now. Man, I've been doing. First of all, I'm not even gonna lie. It's been a week. Busy.
It's hot as a mother effer out here, and we're not too far away. So when I feel the pain, Nero feels the pain too.
Feels it too, yo. Listen, I am a Buffalo, New York, December baby. I hate the heat. It has been 100 degrees all week,
every fucking day, bro.
And this just happens to be the week where I had to do so much ripping and running. So I haven't really gamed too much this week, but I am jumping back into Elden Ring. So I'm. Can't wait for us to touch on that topic. XDefiant has added Team Deathmatch, so
they did.
Make sure you got your notifications on the channel so I can do the why I was wrong about XDefiant.
Listen, this is why I love Nero. This motherfucker is literally like Jekyll and Hyde. He can't make up his mind about this game. I know the target keeps moving, but damn, he's just like, I don't like it. I hate it. He's then on Twitter, he's like, XDefiant, it's not that bad. He's like, and then next tweet, fuck XDefiant this week.
Oh, look, this week I'm feeling it, man. Real boots on the ground, real solid. I feel like I may have been a little too harsh on it to begin, but
all that shit he talked about me playing XDefiant. This motherfucker comes around just like y'all with Fortnite too.
I do like the game.
I think it's decent. I just don't think it's gonna hold. I just don't think it's gonna hold people. I just don't think it's a COD. I don't think it's a Fortnite. Yeah. I don't think it's the game
for it to really stick with it. Like, there's lots of things I want to unlock, but I'm like, am I really going to spend that much time grinding just to do that? Probably not.
That's the thing. They fixed the grind.
Yeah.
Like, they improved.
I heard that too. The
gun grind
levels. It's worth playing more now, I would say.
Okay.
They did fix some of the hit registration issues. I still
I'll
got
be back after
behind
the show,
a wall.
I'm going to go play some XDefiant now.
See you later,
man. So that's been pretty fun. Forza Motorsport had a huge update. It changed a lot of the color in the game, so it's more contrasty,
really?
More poppy. Yes, man, it looks amazing. Forza
really?
Update 9, they've been adding tracks. They've been doing so much, man. But what I really wanted to touch on today is I woke up and I seen some really bad news and I went to some of my favorite sites, IGN, Kotaku, GameSpot, Radar, all of them. Eurogamer, Digital Foundry.
Lost them to IGN people.
Nobody is speaking about it. No, nobody is speaking about it. Sony laid off 250 people today, guys. Nobody is talking about it. Nobody. I don't know. Have you guys? I just happened to just scroll over and seen a tweet today, and I was like, "Yo, why is nobody talking about this?" And the people they laid off is like the physical media department, the Blu-ray.
Yeah, and all that. Remember. Here's what's funny, Nero, too. Remember the narrative on Twitter. What did we see? We saw Nintendo and Sony saving physical media, blah blah blah. Like, and Xbox over here, like kicking people while they're down. These digital only motherfuckers.
Just follow fucking Steam, right? Like, Steam has been doing it for how many years, but console does it, and the whole.
That's a good point, Panda.
And the whole world is falling apart.
I mean, honestly, who gives a shit, right? It's like digital is the way forward. Like, and I was a physical guy, and I'm over it, man. It's like it's time to get over it. It's been years in the making. It's time to move on.
I'm sorry, I don't care about physical media, man. It's more of a hassle. We're in the era, not like I
did to save money. That's why I was doing it specifically to save money. Yeah. That was not because I'm a cheap guy. That was the only reason I care. I don't care about having it.
At this point on PlayStation and Xbox, every other day it's a sale going on.
Yeah,
every single Tuesday, the Xbox store refresh with new game sales. So if something you really want is not on this week or next week, just wait, because that third, fourth week, it's going to be there. I love the Dark Analogy games, right? The games like that. They have
very good games, man.
Yeah, they have Little Hope on sale right now, which I've been contemplating on getting. I got $10
PlayStation has Little Hope of surviving. No,
hey, the way it's looking, man.
Jabby jab.
The way it's looking, man.
Kick them while they're down.
Yeah,
the way it is looking.
But it's like one of the last physical media, I guess, parts, right? Because DVDs is basically dead and gone.
DVD dead.
Streaming. Music, MP3 players came out, and then streaming, and
I feels old. PCs, I'm just saying, MP3 players makes me feel old because those things were the rage back in the day.
Now your phone is your MP3 player, right? And you just
my CD player was everything
from an app.
Me too, brother.
PC's physical media is gone. The only thing I want to stay is give me a digital edition of my game and give me a collector's edition with a statue and stuff. That's all I care about.
Yeah, I agree. Keep the statues around. Statues are cool.
That's all I care about. But it is showing that they're making that turn and they're transitioning into that, realizing that it's going to be a digital, probably next gen. Maybe this might be their last gen physical. Maybe they could also hold on a little bit longer because
I feel like they might hold on a little bit longer. Than everybody else.
Holding on forever, I feel like. They're not going to lose physical next gen at all. It'll probably be the gen after that we might see Nintendo lose get rid of physical.
Nintendo might keep it for the next 3, 4, 5 gens. Like
I know. They're always like 20 years behind everyone else. Like when it comes to that sort of when it comes to technology. Let's be honest. But they don't have to. Like they don't have to do that. They're like their own entity essentially. You know what I mean?
Pretty much,
but 250 jobs, man. Like 250 jobs from Sony.
Land on their feet, man.
But the writing's on the wall, and people have been ignoring what's been happening. And this just goes to show that PlayStation, not just PlayStation, Sony as a whole, Sony as itself is realizing what's coming. Everyone's libraries, regardless of whether you play video games or download movies, whatever it is all digital, and that's where it's at.
Yeah, and it's scary though, man. Like the whole digital future is scary because they can just rip it from you at any moment, right? Then there's there's licensing issues with licensing music and stuff. A lot of things can just disappear, and they're like, sorry.
Thank you. Speaking of that, Forza Horizon 4 is being delisted in December.
Yep.
But here's the dope thing. If you've been playing through Game Pass and you bought even just one car pack at any point in time, they are giving you Forza Horizon 4. So if you're listening, if you're watching right now, check your Xbox messages. I know a few people personally that has never even bought any DLC, and they just got gifted to it. So, man, I really felt that. You don't really realize it until it's gone, right? I felt that with Forza Motorsport 7 when they delisted that. Thank God for CD keys. I was able to get on CD keys.
They're so good about telling you that it's happening, though. They just don't do it. They just don't rip it out from underneath you and go, "Hey, you missed out. Goodbye." They're like,
"Hey, I know you spent $1,000 on movies and shit, but next week, go fuck yourself."
I mean, that's what's been happening on the PlayStation side, and it hasn't been called out. Like Xbox has been doing a good job of going, "Hey, if you want this game, buy it now. It's being delisted."
Yeah.
If you bought the game, you don't have to worry, you're fine. But anyone else who hasn't picked it up yet, here's your opportunity to do that. So I think that's a really good call out around that messaging piece and trying to make sure that they allow people who want that game to have that game.
Definitely. So
let's go. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I haven't seen this guy in here before, and I apologize if you've been in here before. Akil Scott saying, "What's up, everyone?" He's watching from Birmingham, UK. My go-to gaming podcast. I don't know if I've seen you talk, and I apologize if you've said things in before in here, but if you are new here, man, welcome. Appreciate. I love hearing where people are from too, man.
That just made my night.
Yo,
having people that support you from overseas and over those big ponds and oceans and stuff like that.
Very big pond.
Very big pond, right? But Akil Scott, really appreciate you, brother. That means a lot to me, man. Like legit, that means a lot. Knowing people overseas, period, man. Even if they next door, just people that
because it's late, man.
Definitely.
I know.
Definitely appreciate you. You're gonna get your good one, right? Because like I said, my
saying,
heart is broken about those.
These games weren't intended to last forever. I mean, but it's not. But Saffel, I mean, like that's not my point. The point is like you paid for a product, and said product goes away, and that's what's a little bit scary about the future. I mean, there's stuff going on, and I think it might be the UK. I can't remember, but they're trying to pass laws for like the Crew, for instance. They were just like ripping the game away from people who purchased it. So now countries are trying to pass laws having to do with digital rights and what is your right as a consumer when you buy a digital product. Is it okay if 10 years from now a game you paid for just doesn't work anymore? And I'm on the fence. Like the thing is, I'm not a big retro gamer, so it doesn't affect me big time, but that doesn't mean other people aren't and shouldn't be pissed off that for something they bought, they can no longer use. It's a scary kind of thought about the possible future, but Xbox being Xbox, and Microsoft being Microsoft, they, like Nero was saying, they got your back. Like, and this is the type of action that is super. They just set a precedent too, Nero. Like what they did, I don't think people realize with Forza Horizon 4 how big of a deal that actually is. They just said if this happens in the future, we got you. We'll just give you your copy. At least that's how I'm reading it. Right, Microsoft.
Yeah. I think it's very dope, man. And
is my least favorite Horizon game.
You said
which
4?
one is?
Yeah, number 2 is my favorite, followed by 5, and then number 3, and then number 1. Number 4 doesn't even
register for you.
Favorite. Sorry.
Okay.
I mean, it's in the UK. It's a beautiful game, but it just Forza Horizon 2 and 3 are just. I love them so much.
Guess what, Panda?
And
like,
5 is amazing, dude.
5 is God tier.
I tell you, when I heard Mexico, I was pissed. I was like, "What do you mean it's not Japan? It's fucking Mexico. Who cares about Mexico?" And then it came out, and I was like, "I ate those words, bro."
Like just the opening music while you're waiting to get into the game.
It's so old, man. Look, the only reason I don't have Forza Horizon 5 installed right now is because I have Motorsport installed.
Too many games, man.
2 more career tours to finish, and then to me, that's like me beating the game. I finished all the careers, the tours, and shit like that.
Replaying Fable 2 at the moment.
Of course you are.
Who's doing
that?
Of
course I am.
Yo, who said you're replaying Fable 2? Yo, man, if y'all
I've got 100% of the achievements in that game. I love it so much.
Man, look, y'all gonna make me slander even our own games, man. That shit is not
Don't do it.
It has not aged well.
It hasn't aged well. It hasn't aged well.
I'm sorry, yo.
100% with
That's why I can't go back. That's why I can't go back to that stuff. Because I have a thing in my head like how it was, and I want it to stay there. If I go back, I'm gonna mess with this nostalgia, man. Like too much.
Now you see why Skyrim keep getting updated every fucking gen. The best game created in mankind history.
I think they'll probably maybe go back and like remaster 2 eventually because they did number 1 and number 1 was great. I think eventually some side team might do it. Just to bring it up and like put it at like 60 FPS or something.
See, this is why I love y'all. Right? Panda, I love you. You bringing that up just made me think of a topic that we didn't have as a topic, but I still want to briefly touch on it. Ubisoft is remaking and remastering some older Assassin's Creed games.
Yeah.
Give me Assassin's Creed 4. Give me
Black
Assassin's
Flag.
Creed 1.
Dude, Black Flag for me. I agree with that.
Right?
Like, I think a lot of people were. Was that 4? I have no clue what the number is.
It is.
Damn, it's that old, huh?
American Revolution.
And
then you've got the Ezio.
Reese shaking my head. Ubisoft. Oh, shut the fuck up, Reese.
Reese, shut your fucking mouth.
I usually give Ubisoft a lot of shit because they usually do a lot of dumb things, in my opinion. But I kind of agree with this. It's like, there's a lot of great old school Assassin's Creed game. Like, bring them back, man. Give them some. Give them some new light.
HD1 did great with the not FPS boost, right? The resolution boost, so it looks really good in 4K. But it does need a bit of a life. I remember that game where you just like fell into water and you died, and you're like, what?
Right. I know.
Right.
I hate that. I hate that mechanic. I fucking hate that mechanic in any game. If I step into water, unless it's fucking acid, I shouldn't die.
And then number 2 just was fantastic. Number 2 is my favorite.
Yeah, definitely. I love Ezio, yo. Listen, what Reese said, he's the remaster remake police. He is, yo. Like, and listen, I'm at that weird age, right? I'm 25, gonna be 26. I'm at that weird age where I get to appreciate like what you were saying about physical media and stuff like that, right? And how it's going and how it's scary. I'm at the age where I can appreciate that because I got to experience that. I had a CD player, would get rich or die trying, going to school, catching the train, catching the metro.
You know what a cassette player is? No,
Did you have real Nero?
Have
you ever listened to the fucking Beach Boys and real Nero? No, shut the fuck up.
You had to put sellotape on the VHS so you could like record over it.
Yes.
Hey, Rhetri, I know you remember when you used to have the little phones where you had to put it up to the TV so you can record. So
my god.
Oh man, yeah.
Oh shit.
That era as well, yo. So
I think no, like you're right. We're at a point where the younger generation hasn't had a chance to experience some of those games. And
they don't care,
and they don't really want to go back and experience them the way they are now. They would like to experience them, I guess, updated, which is why I think The Witcher 1 is such a good example of a remake that is needed because it never came out on console. Only came out on PC.
That's a good point.
And it's janky as hell, and it hasn't aged well. And definitely needed to be brought forward into current gen. So that is a game that I'm so excited to play when it launches and releases.
Definitely. And also, geez, I love you guys.
My gramophone. Fucking fuck you.
What's the name of the game, man? It's slipping my mind. It's by Capcom. It's a zombie game, and it just got announced that it's getting a remaster.
Dead Rising.
Dead Rising.
Dead Rising.
Dead Rising.
I fucking love Dead Rising.
Dead Rising is so much fun.
So much fun.
So, I'm sorry, but me personally, I am a fan of remakes and remasters. I think people have a sour taste about them because people like Sony.
I don't.
Right?
It's the amount of time. Right. It's if you remake or remaster something 4 years after it comes out, I'm automatic. I don't care who it is. Xbox, Ubisoft. I don't care. Sony. I'm automatically like, fuck you.
Agree.
For real.
Definitely, I agree, man. I agree.
The fact that they remastered The Last of Us Part 1 like 3 fucking times.
Yeah.
That is a game, and I agree.
But we're not going to discuss how many times I bought Skyrim. That is not the point here, folks.
Yeah. No, get off my back. Anybody
get off my back about Skyrim.
You are right. Oh my god, you were so right. I'm so disappointed.
I totally fucking did that. I'm totally guilty. Skyrim is the one that got me. Skyrim's the one that got me.
And so the fuck what if I bought GTA 5 across 3 generations? That's my business. That's my wallet. I do what I want.
Those are like one-off games.
Nero's the reason we don't have 6 yet. That's why.
But it's like
I can't
those are
wait for
random one-off games,
remade,
right? That's
too.
not their whole slate. Whereas PlayStation has been doing it a lot, and I think, and because they don't have a lot of other games coming out, it's quite
other games. They don't have no games,
and I think that's why.
I know.
Fuck, is we talking about a Lego and Astro Bot?
Don't get me started. In my mouth about remasters to some degree, but I agree. A generation, allow it to the technology.
Let the damn generation finish, right? Before you do that.
Technology to evolve, and then utilize the new technology in your remake or remaster, whatever you plan on doing. Yeah.
Definitely. Oh, okay, hold up, Reese. You say you love Dead Rising, so are you okay with this being remastered? Like, come on.
Okay,
now it. Shit, James, I like Nero. Now it's okay. Now it's okay. Sorry. Blame the. It's not Sprite, folks.
With that being said, who the fuck asked for a Horizon remake? I'm talking about Aloy. Who asked for that?
What?
Horizon. Didn't they say they be making that shit? Man.
You can understand that they were delivering a PC version, so they're like, while we're here, why don't we just upgrade the PlayStation one?
Right.
Okay, see, try hard. I mean, this is one of the ones that bothers me a little bit, but a lot of people disagree with me. He's saying he's looking forward to Until Dawn remaster, to be honest, but I don't think it needs it. It looks great.
Hey, hold up. I'm on your high. Try hard. We might not agree on a lot of things. I like that guy. I really do. We interact a lot on Twitter. And I told him specifically when Final Fantasy 16 come to Xbox, I will play it, I will beat it, and I will review it just for him. But what I might say in that review, you might not agree with if I don't like the game. But
fantastic game, by the way. That's the game that got me into their games. Like, it's a great game, dude. I love that game.
Dawn is amazing.
Well, no, I will, because when I looked at the trailer that they showed at the PlayStation State of Play, I was like, could they have shown a comparison between the last gen version to actually show the upgrade? It didn't feel like an upgrade. Maybe
like this. If it's not any ray tracing in there,
lighting.
Yeah, I need ray trace global illumination. I need
character models didn't look anything like. I would have to go see a comparison because I haven't looked at one, but it just didn't feel like it
a jump
needed.
I don't think it does. It's not that old. That's the thing. It's not like a very old game.
I'm never going to play it because I'm a wuss, but
it's fantastic.
Other people play it.
Yeah, it's a fun game.
As an Xbox fan, right? And you can call me a fanboy, whatever you want to do. I spend my money. You put me in whatever box you want to, right? As an Xbox fan, I'm pro PlayStation doing all them bullshit remasters and remakes. Because guess what? I have yet to buy a PS5. I have yet to find a reason to. But when I do get it,
when you get that Pro,
being able to play all my favorite PS4 games on a PS5, getting them dirt cheap because I'm smart and I'm waiting.
Right? Because that's the rumor. That's the rumor that they're working on emulation for PS3 games. The only game that they need to make sure that they fucking emulate properly is Metal Gear Solid 4, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, good one.
Is it 3 or 4? Which one's the one that's stuck on? PlayStation 3, 4, right?
I think it's 4.
That's really embarrassing, though.
I just want Twisted Metal.
But the fact that they have to emulate and do all this, that, and the third, extra this, that, and the third, is very embarrassing. Like, what is Mark Cerny and you guys doing over there? They should have it by now, the same way Xbox is.
Because Nero, because I like everything else, Xbox sets the trend. Always. And then many years later, all these guys who made fun of us for playing old games, now they're going to cap for the PS3 games. Now they're going to cap all about this shit. They won't stop talking about old school games now that they're going to get the emulation.
Like, who buys a new console to play old games? But
apparently everybody
does.
Right. We saw it on PC, we saw it on Nintendo, we saw it on Xbox, we saw it on PlayStation, and the fucking average game was how old? 7 years old or older. So apparently fucking everybody is playing old games. I was
playing Fable 2 just last night, and there were so many fucking people online because you can see their orbs running around the maps, and insane how many people are still playing.
Yeah, I get that too, Reese. It is definitely
we know that. We know why the PS
built, right? But that's my thing. You've had 2 generations since then to figure this shit out. I get it, the PS4 not being it, but
technically savvy is
they're definitely not technically savvy at all. They're really not.
Because gone are the days where you have, I guess, architecture each generation that is completely different to the last one, which is why the PlayStation 5
What's up, King Web?
was performing so well at the beginning of this generation, because it was still x86 architecture and still the same development tools from the PS4 to the PS5. So it was just adjusting things out, and it was much easier to optimize for. Xbox, however, changed the GDK. Changed it.
Yeah.
And so you had to relearn. And so we're now starting to see Xbox performing the way you would have expected them to perform performance-wise at the beginning of the generation. But now, and I think if they keep the same like GDK for this gen into the next gen, then it's going to be very easy to optimize into Gen 10. Oh my God, we're at Gen 10, right?
And Sarah Bonds pretty much confirmed that, because she said, fuck working on backwards compatibility. We're already doing that. We're working on future compatibility. So they're already making sure that everything we can play now is going to be enhanced and play better on the next Xbox. So,
and I think that is also play into how they contract, like sign contracts with companies and things like that. They'll be looking into how they keep these moving forward into the future.
I think Panda, to like your point with the GDK being the same for Xbox, I think even the precedent has been set. So I think even if it changes again, and it will change in the future, it will change again. I still think that the Xbox is going to be doing emulation for a very long time. I think it's part of their strategy.
They've worked out how to do that very well, and I think there's no issue with that. It's going to be a continuation. I think AI is also going to be a big factor into next gen around ease of optimization for certain things. My most exciting thing thinking about what we're going to be looking at in the future of gaming is just like, has anyone seen is it Skyrim mod where they put AI with the NPCs and you can have these massive conversations with them?
Yeah,
and I'm like,
it's
that
incredible.
is what we're going to get eventually in coming next gen. We're going to have AI, and you're going to have these beautiful games with NPCs that you can actually have conversations that make them feel alive and lived in. Fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah. I think I might actually come before. I think we're going to get some AI tech
probably
in the NPC before even next gen, in my opinion. Because I think people
it'll be great.
Yeah.
I mean, think about always online games too, and games as a service. What a perfect fucking fit for AI. Games as a service. That fits like a glove, baby. Like, oh my God.
Like a glove.
like a glove. I'm glad you got my old person reference. Like,
Think about this as well, though, when it comes to AI, right? Think about some of the dope systems that has been used in games way before people even considered incorporating AI in the gaming, right? Think about the Nemesis system from
which will be in Wonder Woman, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is one of the things that excited me the most about that game.
So to me, that's very dope, right? And
does your
another one
say 420 Rhetri?
Yes, it does. Now Panda approves. Now
Yeah,
Panda
I
is like,
approve
wait a
too,
second.
officially. Yeah, officially, I approve as well.
I'm smoking and drinking at the same time.
Yes, sir.
I
But
said I'm waiting for another. I've got another 28 minutes before I can have a drink.
She feels bad. She don't want to be like one of those weirdos who drinks like before noon, which I understand. I
I'm
understand.
waiting. I haven't even sipped my brew because I'm waiting for
I was a drunk back in the day. We just drank till noon and just kept drinking. We called it puke and purge or binge and purge. Yeah.
I didn't that long ago have breakfast and such, so I was like, I'll be good. I had a nice cup of tea this morning, and I was like, all right, I'll drink a little bit. Like once we hit 12, I'm gonna.
Hey, breaking news on the ADS podcast, broken by my favorite insider, Def Leppard, my guy. Very accurate, very good track record, yo. Foam
Very
Stars
good track record.
remake is coming.
Yeah,
It's coming. Very dope, man. I know a lot of people, about 6 people, really love Foam Stars. So
I don't know how. I don't have to vet this source. I just believe it. It makes a lot of sense.
This also wasn't a topic, Rhetri. See, this is the freestyle topic.
I'm gonna get a leaf blower and just go through the game with a leaf blower and get rid of all the fucking foam.
Clean this shit up.
Clean it up.
Clean this shit. Who the fuck left all this foam on the counter? What is this?
It's not even just foam; it's bodily fluids, which just makes it even worse.
Or does it?
Everybody, pour out a little bit for PSVR 2 funeral. By the way.
Oh, yo.
RIP.
I literally called that like a year and a half ago. I'm like, this thing's so fucking
I called
dead.
it as soon as it launched, when it wasn't launching on PC. It's so sad.
I was gonna get one too. It was the backwards compatible shit that killed it for me. I was like,
they
nope.
put it out into the market and they're like, fly my dream, oh fuck, it's sinking. They didn't support it.
And that's sad because it's like, from a gaming and from a gamer perspective, not no fucking sales charts, not no analyst perspective, from just a gamer, that's the one thing you had over Xbox realistically is the VR, right?
Absolutely.
You had that going for yourself. Me personally, I think you should have invested that money and the money you invested in the Portal into just a really solid ass handheld, and it would have sold like hotcakes. We're talking about Switch potential numbers. So I don't think Microsoft and Sony and Xbox is really they have, because Xbox pretty much all but has confirmed it. But get into that handheld. Yes, we can play games on our phone. No, we don't want to play fucking games on our phone. It's cool to do, but I would rather have a dedicated handheld that can play games locally. That's the key thing, locally. And Phil Spencer mentioned it.
That's why Phil said that.
Shout out to Phil, man. Very transparent.
Yeah. I mean, we already. I mean, anyone with the fucking brain in between their ears knew it was gonna. Like, we knew they weren't going PlayStation Portal. But just him saying it was just like it was like a dig. Like, nah, we're not
Bluetooth,
idiots. Of course, it's going to be.
You have new headphones that can only be used on this, and your ones that you bought at the beginning of this generation aren't compatible unless you connect them via AUX cable. And I was like, oh, go fuck yourself, PlayStation.
I forgot about that, Panda. That's a great point that you brought. I forgot about that. Yeah.
We believe in generationally charging you even mid-gen, like around our portal, man. The portal, fuck's sake.
I just read.
What did he
metal face doom? Did you put up? Do you see his thing? Can you put up his? It's fucking killing me because it's so true. If you're old school and ever watch this, Metal Face Doom says Dreamcast guy looks like Maniac Cop. If you ever watched that horror series back in the day,
I'm gonna have to go check that out.
That's go look at it because you're gonna laugh.
Speaking of back in the day, last night I started watching Mortal Kombat Conquest.
Oh my god,
the 1998 show.
Panda, do you have an intimate familiarity with that? Did you like it?
I'm glad I'm gay.
That was not the answer I expected to hear, but okay.
You got.
That's the one I got. Oh man. Sorry, Nero. Go. What were you saying about it?
Man. Oh no, I was just saying I started watching Mortal Kombat Conquest, the 1998 series. I think it only had one season, but that's my favorite version of Quan Chi so far, and Shang Tsung. Like, I know that was random, but when you mentioned back in the day, I just thought like, hey, I'm watching a show from back in the day as well.
Back in the day.
So back in the day, man. Before we get to the next main topic, I want to say shout out to everybody in here. We got 127 people. We got over 60 people on YouTube right now. For once, YouTube is outshining the Twitter.
I know that never happens.
The Twitter crew. Well, right now it's actually legit even 63.
Yeah.
But I will say, YouTube crowd, y'all are letting me down. Why do we only have 20 likes right now, yo? We have 60 people in here with 20 likes, yo. Y'all tripping. I know the conversation is good and you get zoned out. Hit that damn like.
We might have to feed the panda early. No,
we might. Everybody on X, come over to YouTube. The water's fine. Yeah. Come on over, folks.
I know them X.
What's going on, Sergeant?
I love the show too much.
All right, let's get into the next thing because otherwise it's going to be a 3-hour podcast, and I'm going to see Panda's animation start popping up. She's going to be like, I'm getting hungry, guys. It was supposed to be a tool for at the end of the podcast, but I see you using it, and she's like, I'm just using it whenever I want. All right. So Xbox confirming its biggest booth ever for Gamescom 2024. That's right, folks. You thought the last show was good. Apparently, Gamescom 2024 is going to be pretty awesome for Xbox as well. Side note, PlayStation will not be there. Anyways, so this comes from Windows Central. This is Alexander Cope saying he got a chance to get a chance to see info on Diablo 4, Vessel of Hatred, Avowed, World of Warcraft, The War Within, and more when Xbox comes to Gamescom 2024. So I think it's fair to say that Xbox buying on these studios is finally starting to pay off. They have so much content that they're saving it for other shows that normally probably wouldn't happen. Let's see. The games that have been announced so far are Age of Mythology Retold, Avowed, Aura, History Untold, Diablo 4, Vessel of Hatred, Diablo Immortal, The Elder Scrolls Online, Fallout 76, Towerborn. Another reason we probably didn't see Towerborn at the last show, which I was a little shocked about. World of Warcraft, The War Within, plus more.
I want Replaced.
Yeah, did they mention Replaced here? I don't think they do.
No, they did not.
They do not. But we do know that Replaced was playable at the Xbox showcase because Paris Lily played it. So we know that Paris, was at least there. Yeah, shout out for Paris doing his own channel, doing his own thing, and calling out guys like Dreamcast.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. He's calling out Dreamcast. Magnum?
Yeah.
Dreamcast looks like
there's no loss of love over here for my pizza face brother, the moon guy.
I have no sympathy for meth heads. Do better.
Yeah, make better life choices, Nero says. PSA. This is the more you know little segment by Nero. Yeah, be better. Stop doing drugs.
Be better, man.
Drinking's fine though. That's okay.
Oh yeah, drinking is perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Ain't nothing wrong with a cold one, man.
That's what it looks like.
Did they confirm? Like Reese is saying, they said Replace is still this year. Is doing this emoji? That is this year, right? Like still, I haven't heard otherwise.
They haven't pushed it back.
So. We haven't had an update of so they haven't announced pushing it back. It was still 2024 as far as last time about it.
Maybe it's just gonna be at one of these showcases coming up through with Xbox, obviously.
That game for like 2-3 years. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that I'm sure it'll come out. I'm sure it's going to be a fantastic game. But I did want to mention the Gamescom thing.
I'm excited for more Avowed.
What?
Avowed?
Oh, more Avowed? Yeah. Yeah, 100%, dude. I can't get enough Avowed personally. And now that we know it's in first and third person, I think it's one of those things that they added that a lot of people were excited about. A lot of people were like, I don't care if it's in third person. I kind of do. I like choice, and if you get a little extra dev time to give me that choice, then God bless them. Like I absolutely am going to be switching between first and third and Avowed 100%, 100%.
Yeah, the developer interview was fantastic for that game.
It was fantastic, definitely, yo. And also,
I can't see.
I was all in. I was all in regardless, right?
Fuck you.
Yo.
Yeah, don't look too closely.
Yo, right. Yo, fuck you. Look,
I had to get close. I couldn't see it because it's on a small screen, and I was like, I think,
Yeah, he's trying to set us up, yo. He's trying to set us up. But no, I was all in on Avowed no matter what. I love Obsidian, man. My favorite
Me too.
Fallout game comes from them. I love the Outer Worlds. They are just
Grounded was great. Grounded was fantastic.
Now I'm gonna be honest. Grounded, I personally never fully connected with Grounded. Not because it was a bad game. It's just
You
some
are
games
Honey, I
you
Shrunk
don't
the
connect with
Kids fan?
everybody. Like me,
Are
kind
you one of those old school 80s fan? Like Honey, I Shrunk
not.
the Kids?
It's
That's
just
what did it for me. When you got down in the massive blades of grass
yeah.
and the evil ladybugs that
Don't
just
get me wrong.
bulldozed
It is
the
it
shit
is
out
a
of
great
you.
game. It is a great game. Even from the little bit that I played, I just never.
Which doesn't
I'm
get
not gonna say
updated.
I never connected with it. I never committed to it. Sometimes
Yeah,
you have to commit to a game to really
you do for that.
connect with it
Yeah.
and vibe with it. Just like Sea of Thieves, I never committed to that game. But
I
that game
same
is an
thing with
amazing
me.
game too because it
Yep.
did outsell Rise of Ronin and Stellar Blade on PlayStation. So
Easy peasy, lemon
you know,
squeezy. Who saw that
But
coming?
yo,
I mean,
reset. I'm not a
favorite thing
survival guy.
about
Hey, yo, Reese, shut your goddamn mouth, yo.
my
Shut your
favorite
mouth. I survive horror games all the fucking time, so that don't count. You can't get that off.
favorite thing about that is just watching the spider like videos of people just live streaming
Freaking
and
out.
screaming as just getting attacked by a spider. Those are like the best things about
Yeah, didn't they if my memory, I'm old, so my memory could be wrong, but didn't they have an option to get rid of the spiders in that game?
Yep, they do.
No,
They
they
do.
just have
Right,
it filtered.
okay.
Do they have an option to get rid of what?
Scariness.
And
So
bees?
it looks like a blob
They
if you
need-
put it at the lower setting or
Like
highest
here,
setting.
I don't want to go on a side tangent, but I don't know if I like that. Like, why just spiders? What if like people have phobias about snakes? Are we
I
gonna
don't-
make
I
a
don't like
fucking
snakes in
mode?
that
I don't
game.
for-
like bees and wasps. Like,
I don't like spiders either, or
Listen,
wasps or
guys,
any of that shit.
funny,
But
story. I'm gonna be honest. I got fucked. Yo, listen. Badass.
you have a
Nero.
horror story of being
Yes.
stung.
Badass Nero. Don't listen.
No one thought you were a badass, but go ahead.
But I was probably about like 12, 13. Me and a couple of the homies outside playing around, being knuckleheads. A few girls that we all like, we try to show off for them. Big, when I tell you massive wasp nest, like probably to this day the biggest wasp nest I've seen. My homie was like, I bet you won't. I threw the ball. That motherfucker came down, exploded. I tell you, I never seen a swarm. I have never seen a swarm that big in my life. I ran all the way home getting stung all over, made it into the house to the point where bees followed me into the house. And so not only did I get fucked up by wasps that day, my grandma whooped my ass. And she didn't do it that day because I got stung so much, right? She said,
Waited a little while.
She said,
for you to heal.
as soon as this go away, since you want to show off for people, I got something for you. And I knew what that meant. And I love my grandma because she always say, I only whooped you because I love you. And that's the worst line to hear because it's so fucking true. I'm like, damn, I'm using that on my kids. Waiting until I'm gonna whoop your ass, son. I only whooped your ass because I love you.
Yeah, you're gonna get canceled. You can't do that these days. You get canceled.
Right. Yeah,
Not like back in my day.
Right.
Like we'll show you where I hit you with that belt.
You know what I'm saying? My grandma would make me go pick my own switch. Yeah, for those who know, know.
I put in our ADS chat what I'm going to get my sister who's petrified of spiders for her car. So if you go have a look at Twitter's ADS chat, you'll see I'm getting her a sunshade for her car, which is covered in spiders.
Oh, nice. What's up, Yobi? How you doing, brother? All right, let's move on to the next thing because we can talk about this stuff forever, and you know how we are. Elden Ring. So it's this is a story from The Verge I just wanted to touch on because it says even Elden Ring's game director knows Rhetri is too hard, but he thinks players will be able to handle it. I don't know. Maybe not so much. Guys, this is kind of a divisive topic, I think, a little bit, because I do remember when Elden Ring came out, people were kind of like, why isn't there an easy mode? And I don't know how I feel about this. There's part of me wants, because I love Elden Ring so much, I want as many people to play Elden Ring as possible. So part of me wishes there was an easier mode just so people can enjoy what I enjoyed. But at the same time, I don't know, get good. No, I'm just kidding. Like,
no.
Some people, I don't know. Like, I don't know how to take this because, like, some people just are incapable. There's some like natural talent to some people who play video games, I think, are just better than everybody else. Like it's like Panda, like Nero and I swear to God, we pick up almost any shooter, we're gonna be good at it because we're just good at shooters, right? And I think
I always
maybe
get the spot, guys. Always.
maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
Richie's like, what do I say after that?
I don't,
We're gonna leave that alone.
Just to be clear,
Panda's just throwing me all kinds of. I just got back here and she's like, "Here's some curveballs, motherfucker."
Rhetri is the third best shooter on the panel, though.
Oh my god, yo,
Yeah.
he's gonna regret saying that when we play COD.
Hey,
Listen, I want to know how you guys feel about this. Like honestly, like would you care if there was an easy mode?
would you like to go first, Panda? Because I have something to say. But
yeah, go ahead, Panda.
Would I care?
Shut your face, FarQ. It's only in Halo. That's the only game she could beat me at. That we know.
Real life. I can beat you in real life, Rhetri. I'm kidding.
Reese, you was
probably
fucking
true.
fire.
I'm sorry.
I was
Yeah.
smoking shit in Valorant, yo. Like, first of all, that game is ass. For one, fuck is you talking about?
You're not a fan of the Valorant?
Man, listen, I'd rather go play
I
fucking
haven't.
Overwatch.
I gotta play it.
Reese,
Yo,
Yo,
yes,
Overwatch
call
is
it
fire,
out.
man.
They coulda
Overwatch
kept
is
that
good.
shit- They could have kept that shit in PC, bro. I don't know what they brought
Yeah.
that shit over here for.
Play me.
I mean,
Play
it's
me
cool.
on.
I don't know. It's all right. It's not.
Hypercharged. Rhetri and I are pretty even on Hypercharged, though.
Yes, we are, Panda. Yeah,
We have
we
a lot
are
of fun
very
with it.
even. Yeah, such a great game.
Elden Ring, I think, for what it is, and the expectation behind it, I think it's nice that there is a skill divide for people, because you've got people who are just never going to put time into a game like that and grind like that. And for those who appreciate the grind and appreciate the difficulty and what they get out of once they accomplish that, then have at it. I think we're at a point where sometimes games are way too easy and people are too worried when they hear the setting hard or
I'm
a higher
old,
difficulty. And so they'll go with just normal mode. And
Yeah.
really, it's so easy that they could have gone higher and actually had a bit more of a challenge with the game. I also think it's like the whole conversation around Elden Ring with the DLC. You weren't really going to expect that you really thought that they were just going to have your high-end character and not lift the difficulty? So that you would just run through
that's a fantastic point. See, I didn't realize that when you were playing the DLC. I thought you were going in brand new, but you're not. You're going in tanked, essentially.
As your high-end character. So that obviously they need to give you a challenge. You finished the game, you defeated Mog, whatever. So you need a challenge. And that meant ramping the difficulty up. And because they ramped that difficulty up, they also said, we've sort of gatekeeped it, and if you can defeat this boss, you can access this DLC. And I know that's not everyone's cup of tea.
Side tangent, is that a problem for you guys? Was the whole you have to beat these guys, Mike Mog, before you can even play that DLC?
Why the fuck is you buying DLC if you can't beat a base level boss? Why the fuck is you buying DLC if you can't beat a base game boss?
It's hard, Nero.
I know it's hard. I'm gonna wait because I got shit to say. Take your time.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
It's just interesting that people were expecting, because they had finished the base game, and I mean they might not have defeated Mog or anything because it was just optional. But to then not think that they were going to get a challenge in the DLC, that just doesn't make any sense to me. That you didn't think they were going to ramp the difficulty up for it. You grinded the way all the way through that, and now you've had a little bit of a hiccup where you realize, oh shit, I'm going to get home.
Yeah,
I'm not going to sit here and grind.
I mean, that's what happens. It's fucking Elden Ring. You're gonna get owned until you don't get owned, until you grind it enough to not till you start doing the owning.
I know that there are some bosses, because I'm hearing some of my friends playing at the moment, and they are having moments where they have to walk away from the game and they're trying different things and like coding their weapons.
I did that in Elden Ring. I walked away and I come back the next day and do some grinding and some cheap ass spot that I did grinding, and I come back and kick some ass. But
the people who are playing it fucking love the DLC.
Yeah.
Absolutely loving the DLC. And so it's just interesting that those who finish the base game then have a little bit of a challenge in the DLC are now like crying about it. Don't play Elden Ring then. Don't buy the DLC.
Or use Google. Look up strategies on how to beat. Like if you're not good enough, If you're not good enough, do one of two things: grind or cheat. I mean, or look up YouTube video.
hey, Panda, tag me in.
You are in.
Tag.
All right, bet.
Tag.
First of all, you guys are fucking pussies. Every single one of you guys complaining.
This could be some of our people watching the show right now, Nero.
I'm sorry. You're a pussy in regards to the Elden Ring, but that's it. I'm not going to say you're a pussy in general. Just in regards to this one topic in this game. I have 100 shy under 100 hours in Elden Ring. Didn't roll credits once. Got my ass handed to me more times than I can remember. But I played so many games, I got distracted. I forgot what distracted me from it. But I went back. I started.
Wait, you still haven't beat it?
No.
Then what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm talking because I haven't beaten it. But look, though, this is why I'm talking. From somebody who hasn't beaten a game and has struggled with some bosses, not once did I ever bitch. I sat the game down. I said, yo, I got distracted. I'm going to come back to this. I didn't run away like a little bitch and go online to cry.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that. Dude, I would never go online and say, I don't know.
Is really the only company. Yes, you have Souls likes, but this is the soul.
You can get
They are the soul. They don't do soul. They are the soul. So for them to be the one dev team that this is their bread and butter, this is what they do. Why the fuck do anybody want them to change?
I do wish they'd optimized it more.
Like, let them be them. If this is what they do, whether it's Armored Core 6, whether it's Dark Souls, whether it's Sekiro, whether it's Elden Ring, let them do what they do. Stop wanting these devs and games developers to change their vision and their passion to fit you being a little pussy who can't be the boss. It's okay. If you know if it's not for you, that's okay. Not every game.
Arnie brings up a
every
point.
Game is for everybody.
Right. He says as long as they warn you of the boss requirement before you buy the DLC, there's no issue. I don't know. I think you should know. I think you should know if you played Elden Ring or heard of Elden Ring. I think you should know what you're getting into with the DLC. It should be a prerequisite like that. You should just know it's from software. Like it's gonna kick you in the teeth.
Man. Yeah.
And C said there should be 2 different modes for Elden Ring DLC: default mode and loser mode.
I'm picking loser mode so I could sail through this shit. Yeah.
I'm just saying,
you suck mode.
Yeah.
The reason I take pride, right, in not being Elden Ring, like I said, I have hundreds of hours in there, right? But the 100 of hours, I have a level 80 mage, like a level 60 samurai, and shit like that, right? Not one of those playthroughs, not one. This is not me bragging because it's really dumb in retrospect, looking back at it, right? I have not looked up one guide. So for me to make it as far as I have with both of my characters without looking up not one guide, not one piece of help, I take pride in that. So yeah, I didn't beat the game, but half of the motherfuckers who did beat the game, all of you pussies is looking up guides, and nothing is wrong with that because guess what I'm about to do? I'm about to look up an OP faith guide. I'm about to be a fucking faith guy. I'm gonna be fucking lightning strikes and big dragon breathing on motherfuckers. I want to do that.
See, I don't agree with you on the guide thing because it's like Diablo.
Yeah, nothing. I'm just talking shit. Nothing is wrong with the guy. It was just when Elden Ring dropped, I was so immersed in the hype that I said, "Yo, I don't want to spoil myself about nothing. I don't want to know where to go to get this cool sword." And it's the same thing I do with Skyrim and Starfield. It's still an RPG. It's just a Souls RPG. You know what I'm saying? So that RPG in me still want to
making me want to play Starfield right now.
Find things naturally. You know what I'm saying? Want to find this naturally. Want to find that. Nothing is wrong with looking up a guide, and even the motherfucking creator of the game.
Well, when I say guides, I should say builds. Like what I did was I didn't look up a guide. I looked up a build because I like different types of builds, and I'm like, what is a cool? Because I didn't know shit about the game. I was like, what is a cool build?
I never got the mimic tier.
Oh, really?
Yes, never.
Okay.
Never, not once. So that's what I'm saying. Just shy under 100 hours in the game, and there's so much things I haven't explored or did.
I love that game.
Phenomenal game, and I still think it is one of the best games ever made. And this is without me even experiencing all it has.
It's one of the best games, period. Like that's top 5 of all time for me.
Guys, that's why I'm passionate, right? Because for me not to beat the game, it has gotten my ass handed to me so much and never once complained or bitch. All I keep telling myself is, yo, you got to get good. Or you got to go leave, grind, get better stuff, and come back and fight.
But we've got to remember that games when we were growing up, like Rhetri and I were growing up, were fucking hard.
Very hard.
Actually hard.
And when you died, you went right to where? The fucking beginning. Sorry.
Battletoads on the NES?
Every game was
Holy
Returnal.
shit.
Every game was Returnal, essentially. If you played Returnal and got kicked in the teeth, that's what it was.
And you were done after that. Like,
yeah.
You know, it was just...
That's a very good point, Panda.
It's so true. Like, even in the original, like, Ocarina of Time game, like, there would be bosses that, like, take, like, 4 to 8 health, like, hearts off you in one go. And so the whole upgrading everything, like, that's where Souls games came from. They emulated or copied what they were doing with Ocarina of Time, but ramped up the difficulty level to, like, 100.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so there are plenty of games that just screwed you the fuck over when we were growing up. And we've gone through this transition where really fucking hard.
Yes, Reese, thank you. Reese just read my mind. I was just about to say that game. That's the OG. That's one of the OG of fucking Ninja Gaiden right there. That shit.
OG Ninja Gaiden. One of the hardest games I've ever played.
Tough.
Fucking Battletoads on the original NES.
Yeah, Battletoads was hard.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I got another angle to look at this from, right? And it kind of is different, but it's the same, right? We're named aim down sites. We all play competitive shooters, right? Competitive gaming is hard as fuck when you're good. When you're good, skill-based matchmaking go through the roof.
Fuck
it don't matter if it's Halo.
That'll humble you.
Apex Legends.
Go right. Yeah,
I'm even dealing with it in the finals.
Then you invite one of your friends who aren't good at the game, and then the skill-based matchmaking, you're like, thank you.
This is why I think I'm better than I really am. Because once I play solo, things are different. I'm not number one like I am. I love y'all, but I'm usually like in the top 2 when I play with my homies and shit. But after that, when I play solo, not so easy.
Calm down, man. Stop tooting your own. You had like 2 good XDefiant games.
Nero,
and that was when the game
you
was
realize
horrible.
I can record this shit, right?
Listen, that's fine.
You realize, okay.
Listen, you only had good games when the game was ass.
What
now
more
the game is good. We're gonna run it back and we're gonna play, man.
Oh, man.
Jeez,
fucking love this show.
This guy, man. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he just over here. Like, okay,
I think Nero took offense. Like I was talking about him, that he was lowering the skill gap. I wasn't even talking about you.
I'm only saying this because it was so many times,
to the top, whereas where I'm at, that's fine.
I'm gonna tell y'all this. So many times, right? I was having great games in XDefiant to the point where I say, "Yo, I got to be MVP," and then I look at the score chart, and Rhetri's like 3-4 fucking kills ahead of me. So if I got 37 kills, here he come with 42 kills. Like, bro. Relax. Like, damn. Can I have one moment? And it was so annoying because I needed that achievement to get MVP.
He did say that. He was pissed off.
And I just kept having the games of my life, highlight after highlight after highlight, just to look over and see Rhetri doing what he do. And what makes it worse is he's on fucking PC while he's doing that. And I'm like, yo.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? I'll go on console and whip your ass too all day long, just like I did with Hypercharge, just like I do in COD, just like I do in Halo. It's the same
Halo
thing.
Infinite
It's
wasn't
no different.
if Halo Infinite wasn't a dead game, I'll challenge you right now. But nobody's downloading it.
No one has
Halo.
space for that.
It wasn't a dead game. I love that game so much.
I know. I mean, we all love Halo.
It's 12. It's 12. I can drink now.
Hey, yes.
Yay! Cheers. I already finished my beer. I'm gonna have to get another one.
Promoting drinking on stream. Yes.
Love to see it, man. Love to see it. But yeah, all that to say, man, just get good at Elden Ring, yo. Like, on some real shit, bro. Like, gamers, we're entitled, bro. It's enough easy games out here that hold your hand.
There's plenty of that.
PlayStation, bro. Yeah. Like, go get a PlayStation, and you're gonna have plenty of games where they hold your hand while you hold your child hand.
For those who want to experience the story, this is the mode for you.
You got plenty of that. You got plenty of that, man. Yo, I love Halo, man. Y'all
agree,
don't take it personal. Don't take it personal, man. But
Abdel and middle face doom saying Ninja Gaiden Black. Yep, and 2 are the best. 100% agree with that. Ninja Gaiden 2 is one of the hardest games ever, no question. Yeah, Ninja Gaiden is tough. It's still really good too. If you want to go play Ninja Gaiden games, they hold up. Don't play 3. Don't even bother with the 3rd one. It's trash. The first 2 are great though.
Didn't they remaster those, Rhetri?
Yeah. That's why I say they're really good to play those now. I don't know if they're still in Game Pass or if they left it, but I don't. They were there. What's that?
What games are still in Game? Were in Game Pass?
I don't. They were. It was Ninja Gaiden Black, I believe, and 2 and 3. I think was there too.
In there anymore?
I don't. I might have left. I can't remember.
rotate.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll come back. There's been a lot of that like Game Pass stuff that just ends up coming back.
Listen, people can say what they want about Halo Infinite, but guess what? It didn't lose 90% of its player base after the first few months that it dropped, like Helldivers 2.
Yeah,
that is on
saying.
PlayStation, and
I'm
they
just
still
saying.
haven't rectified it. I'm so pissed off with PlayStation for not rectifying that. They really need to rectify it, and they're going to impact the other games that are releasing. God of War Ragnarok on PC impacted by their fucking stance on PSN.
Isn't correct me if I'm wrong, isn't Conquered gonna have the same issue?
Yep.
Why the fuck did you do that to a live service game like
that game was dead anyways. I'm just telling you right now.
Actively remedying the access to PSN in those countries.
Yeah, I don't know. They needed to fix that shit. They need to. They just need to fix it.
So, like, Microsoft hasn't said on Steam, you have to have like a Microsoft account to access these games, right?
No, I think you do in a lot of instances. Yeah,
like
I'm pretty sure
everywhere virtually.
Because yeah, but it's right.
I know it's on Microsoft.
That's the difference, Panda. Is what I didn't understand. One thing Microsoft actually got right, because localization is a disaster for Microsoft, but on the account side, they're everywhere apparently. They're in like there's very few countries where. Yeah, so the PSN account link is not everywhere in Microsoft. So it's the exact opposite with Microsoft, apparently, at least from the research I did.
Microsoft account, from my understanding, try hard. Yeah.
Yeah. So it is what it is. That Conquer's fucking in trouble, anyways. I think that Conquered is lit. What are you talking about? Conquered is so good. No one is talking about it.
What they were talking about, like the people who've tried the game, like it has potential. That's what's concerning, is that
you can say that about every game, though.
You really
I know.
I mean,
I'm thinking like that's a concerning thing. Like you're not. I fucking love this.
Yeah, that's.
Do you like that? Okay, good. I wasn't sure. I was trying to keep the music not too loud, so I lowered everything because it was a little distracting.
$5. Do you want to read it out, Rhetri?
Yeah, sure. Polybaba with the $5 says, "I'm still laughing about that story with the wasp nest and grandma whooping that ass." That's right. Yeah, grandma don't fuck around.
I've been traumatized since wasp ever since then. That's the real reason I haven't stayed grounded.
It's not the wasp that he's afraid of. It's in his head. It's a whooping that's not coming afterwards.
Mooch capping for Concord. Who couldn't tell Mooch was going to cap for Concord? Mooch is fucking Mooch.
Dude, this is why you can't trust those guys. Like everyone else knows Concord looks terrible, including the PlayStation faithful, outside of guys like Mooch that said like it just doesn't look good. It's trying to be Destiny, it's trying to be Overwatch, and it's nothing like either one of those games, because those are actually decent games. Like it's a wannabe game. It just doesn't look good, man. Let's move on to the next subject, though, and that is Xbox. The expansion of Xbox gaming to Fire TV devices offers players another option. Microsoft surprisingly partners with Amazon to deliver Xbox cloud gaming. Microsoft and Amazon have kindled an unexpected partnership to deliver Xbox Game Pass Ultimate's cloud gaming platform via Amazon Fire Stick and a boost for the platform. Funny enough, I saw something. I saw something today where people were like talking about the PlayStation portable, and saying like that's okay, but this is stupid. And I'm thinking, the fuck is wrong with you?
Portal doesn't have Bluetooth. This has Bluetooth.
That's true. Yeah. One of these is $40. The other one is $200 to give you a similar experience. So,
my understanding, it's kind of like a Chromecast device in the way you just plug it into your TV.
Yes, absolutely. I think Chromecast is exactly basically what this is. 200.
Did they say an extra potential 200 million consumers?
Yeah, because there's 200 million people who have Fire Stick TV devices. I did see some funny stuff online, like, oh, that's a bunch of old people who have that device. I think a lot of people have that device. It's not just like people who are 60 or older or something like that. But it's a good opportunity. It's a great relationship.
They put Candy Crush on that Fire Stick.
Also a great opportunity.
Absolutely, Nero.
Yeah.
TVs that don't have the smart TV function into
which
it.
Which is a lot.
which a lot of people have not upgraded. This is fantastic. Kudos to them.
I think it's a great deal, man.
Maybe
and
all the PS4
possibly,
owners can finally experience next gen games through a Fire Stick.
I mean, we know, like, Phil at Microsoft has talked about the fact that once you're in a digital ecosystem, you're not going to change, right? $40 you could.
Oh man,
what did I miss?
Oh, he's just trolling. He's just fucking trolling.
Don't mind me.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of these PS4 owners might not jump out of their ecosystem, but this is remember the device that Phil was talking about that was in his back room or whatever, the one that they wanted to sell for $100 that was just going to be a cloud gaming only device, right? But they couldn't get the price down enough for having a device and the actual controller. This is a perfect way to do that, in my opinion. It's $40, max. You know what I mean? At the highest price point. So you get a controller, you're good to go. Like, I think this is a great.
All this shows me is Xbox is really pushing for that 100 mil subscriber for Game Pass. They're all,
COD is gonna push it, man.
Definitely,
Fuck me.
Definitely. I still don't think the reality is really set in that it's gonna be there.
No,
I think there's still a lot of work to be done with xCloud around the latency and just iteratively improving on that. But that's going to keep happening because I know they've got to put more servers around the world.
Right.
So it's going to get better. And it's going to continue.
I don't know if that's going to matter to casuals though. Like, if you're a hardcore gamer, you're getting a PC or getting a console. Like, if your way to game is $40 the entry point, like, you're probably not going to care as much about
because you won't be playing those competitive games in that respect. But for those who maybe want that on the fly to access those games, and they could just take an Amazon stick to like a hotel or a motel and plug it into a TV, and then they have access to their games immediately that way. If they would rather do it that way, then use their phone. And that's where the handheld's going to come in so handy because it's about options, right?
Yeah.
And making sure that regardless of what type of gamer you are and where you choose to play, they're going to where the gamers are. And that's the important piece. So important is you show up to where they are, you don't make them come to you. And I think that's the right attitude to have in this particular time.
I agree. Yeah. As a proud Xbot, I am going to use any type of ammunition I can to flip narrative. So every time somebody fires up Xbox on a Fire Stick, I'm counting that. It's a fucking console sale.
You just need to get some fire sticks.
It's a console sale.
Get some fire sticks and just breathe fire out.
It's a fucking console sale. Like, every time somebody play Xbox or anything, I'm going to look at it like a console sale. Since people want to celebrate all these fucking sale charts of PlayStation selling, even though half of their player base is still on last gen consoles, I'm going to twist my own fucked up narratives. And I'm going to do it proudly.
Yep.
So when they announced that Game Pass has 100 million subscribers, I'm going to run with the narrative that Xbox has 100 million console units sold.
Yeah.
They want to play dumbass narrative games.
Yeah.
I'm going to get in on it too. Why the fuck not?
What's your thoughts around people saying this diminishes the console or the person who's purchased a console?
I mean, it's no different than talking about games going to PlayStation and it diminishing.
I would tell those people
Xbox.
to shut the fuck up, bro, because console sales is going to be stagnant. Everybody who wants a PS5 pretty much has one. Everybody who wants an Xbox pretty much has one. This is not 2006. The console wars is these people think that it is. It's no longer that. All right, Nintendo. If anybody won the fucking console wars, it's Nintendo.
Yeah, they fucking
so Xbox fans and PlayStation fans, we should just probably shut the fuck up and enjoy our games and shit. But I'm so tired of that entire diminished console sales standpoint from PlayStation fans as well. Oh, if it goes to PC, nobody will buy a PlayStation. No, console gamers are always going to be console gamers for the most part. That's what they like. They like the conveniency. They don't like having a bad back sitting at a desk all day. No offense, Rhetri. Some people like sitting on their couch and not having 1,000 wires running across their floor, tripping and shit. Got their cats tripping. How the fuck is your cat tripping over shit?
We've got to remember, like, we are sort of like an exception around how we choose to game. Like, console gaming is forever changing, right? And we grew up where you sit in front of your TV, you've got your console, you play it there. People can play on the fly anymore. We're the generation that's aging out a lot of us are aging out in the sense of we're a lot older. The newer generation is coming in. How do they want to engage with games? They aren't necessarily going to be console gamers to that degree that we would be because of how we grew up and how we associate.
They're going to be cloud gamers.
They're going to be cloud gamers.
So weird.
They're going to be people who have a little stick, and the ones that do want to take gaming seriously are going to get a PC. That's where it's going to go. It's going to be PC gaming. You're still going to have controllers because people like the ease of using controllers, which is why Microsoft like fucking doubles down, triples, quadruples down on controllers. But that's where it's at. And so the mentality of they're diminishing console sales, or diminishing the value of you as a console gamer. We're not the key market anymore. The people moving into it and growing into gaming the way they are, like growing up and playing Fortnite and all of that. Eventually, we're going to have people who no longer care about games or the service for the most part because they're the ones who are going to age out, and you're going to keep getting fucking ebbs and flows around what games sort of come into the market. But the way that gaming looks like as a landscape 20 years ago to what it is today, completely different. What it's going to look like in 10 years, completely different. Console gaming is on the way out to some degree, and it's a reality. And
it is, guys. Like I don't think we should deny that anymore.
People keep forgetting that. They're so focused on the old gen, the old way.
That's a fact. They need to get with the times. If you're a console fan, you should appreciate Xbox because Xbox can have a generation where they quote unquote flop. Right, and still come back with a console and stay committed. PlayStation got one time to flop. PlayStation console, let the PS6 come out and not sell 100 million copies by the end of that day life cycle. You won't get a PlayStation 7. Y'all motherfuckers be lucky if y'all get a PlayStation 6 the way it's looking. Y'all already don't got no games for what you got here now.
That's because they wasted money on R&D on the PS Portal without fully going all in on fucking handhelds. That's because they wasted money on the PSVR with the R&D. They should have waited till the technology had further matured a bit to the point where it could be completely wireless. I know that MetaQuest does a wireless version, but console wasn't quite at that point, and they fucked up so much by not putting it on PC day one. They have been pissing away money, and they have been charging their consumers up the ass to compensate for their bad business practices. And people choose to ignore that. Just a reality.
Yeah. And then we have a lot of it, man. They really don't. And then we have like these like devs and guys in charge of studios that are talking about charging people more. Like y'all just got punched in the face by going to $70. There's very few games that are selling like hotcakes at the $70 price point.
Look, man, laying off. But
now you're going to go 80, 90?
More
like, come
is
on.
Ridiculous, yo. Like if you're not going to lay people off and charge people more, it's like okay, I can respect that. You know, you're keeping people jobs, and shit like that. But when you're laying people off while increasing prices, like that's some real sick work, yo. You know what I'm saying? And that's why Sony is the devils of gaming. That's why people should boycott them. That's why people should just get an Xbox and be happy, be a real gamer. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just don't see. It's just not looking good for PlayStation, man. Like, I don't care about the console selling well when nothing else is worth. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like,
if the games aren't selling well, then who cares? Like, that's where the money's at.
Or Stellar Blade. You know what I'm saying? Like 1 million copies out of how many PlayStation 5s on the market? Like that's ridiculous, yo.
60 now?
But the Stellar Cheeks didn't sell enough, did they? The Cheeks weren't enough to save the game.
When you can put titties and ass all over the fucking screen and still not sell more than 2 million copies within the first couple months, that's embarrassing. You're getting outsold by Sea of Thieves.
King David said though. He said they're betting against themselves. They chose to spend this money, and as a result,
he was talking about Black Myth Wukong when he was talking about that, right?
That's the same instance. Whereas they might have gone to Microsoft said, "And do you want to put some more money down, and we'll change this exclusive time frame for this?" Because my understanding it's a timed exclusive.
Okay, see, hold up. See, this is my beef, right? And I like I said, I love you, Try Hard, because you bring up like different perspectives, right? I don't think Stellar Blade selling 1 million copies is impressive at all, because in my opinion, all of Xbox last few big first party games, so I know for a fact they don't release sales numbers.
It's a new IP,
but I just know. I mean, Starfield was a new IP.
It sold more. I would say it sold more than. Oh my god, what the fuck is that game? Returnal.
True.
Right?
Which game are you talking about?
Stellar Blade
Stellar
is
Blade,
so
that is
more than
true.
Returnal.
And Returnal is the better
Oh
game.
yeah,
So
no, it did.
That's, yeah.
No, it did. I don't
was
know
like,
where
kudos
Returnal is
there.
now, but in the same time period, yeah, Returnal was
Returnal
under
was
$1 million
stuck at
for sure.
$700K for a very long time.
Listen, Ratchet and Clank was under that, and I love that game. It's but I mean that was an early PS5 only game, but still, like these things. It's online narrative bullshit, right?
Listen,
these guys say like we're all gonna buy it.
Copies,
you didn't buy it.
When your game only sells 1 million copies, you shouldn't be keeping it off other platforms. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like you announced that shit was announced for Xbox.
For a AAA
Project.
game,
It was before it was Stellar Blade. It was Project Eve. That shit was announced for Xbox. And then you do the same shit that Wukong, them clowns over there is doing. You take some backdoor ass third party exclusive deal from Sony just for your game to not sell as much as it would have. It would have easily been probably 2-3 million. I'm sorry, bro, but Xbox gamers buy more games than what y'all people really believe and think.
On an average, we definitely do, and someone's already crunched the numbers on that. So per capita, if we had the same number of Xbox users on console than PlayStation does, MLB The Show is a perfect example. It literally doubled. It was sold more on Xbox, and you could, for whatever reason, you could take it what it is. There hasn't been a baseball game like that in years. Blah 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 blah. But still, that the facts are facts. Now, Stellar Blade is maybe like play devil's advocate. I don't know what the budget for Stellar Blade is. I don't know if anybody has the exact number on that.
Stellar Blade only sold 900K more copies than Hypercharge.
Which is an indie game made by 5.
See that this is why I was gonna bring up Hypercharge, because you're talking about like a group of 6 people. I don't know how many people are created the game Stellar Blade, and I think these things need to be considered into the discussion, right? What was the budget of the game? How many people made it? This is why a lot of people bring up like Power World too. You're talking about a game that we know that we know for sure, right? That is a game that started off with 10 people. And then went to like 20 or 30 people because they needed to hire more people. $7 million budget that we know. Power World is probably this year's best success out of all games, just because of the actual money that was made on that title. But Stellar Blade, to me, I know a lot of people, the Xbox community is saying this is an L. PlayStation community is saying, "What are you fucking nuts? This is definitely a win for the Stellar Blade team." I don't know. I don't think it's a W.
I don't think it's a W either, man. I don't think it's a W because it's like people got to realize, right? And if we're talking about 1 million copies sold on Xbox, right, for Stellar Blade, that's huge W, right? Because the media and everybody and their mothers tell us that Xbox fans don't buy games. But when you go to Sony, right, that you guys brag about sale charts all day. You guys brag about how many consoles is out there in the wild. But when these game sale numbers come out and they don't reflect even 3-4% of how many of your consoles is out there, that's where I come in to say it's a L.
And how many
I'm
of those
happy for them.
consoles?
I get that there was a mobile dev and they tried something new. I'm happy for them. As long as those devs are happy and shit like that.
They are probably they are probably happy with the million.
I'm happy for them.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm happy for it too. Like, good
they put
for you
that
guys.
shit everywhere. They should know that they sell more than 1 million copies. Of
course.
So I just hope the money that Sony is spending on, keeping these games off of Xbox is worth it. And that's my beef right there, right? The money that Sony spent to keep just the money that they spent to keep Wukong, Rise of Ronin, and Stellar Blade, right? The money they spent to keep those games off of Xbox, they could have spent that same game to get it in a subscription service to help their fans out. Like, see, this is what I'm saying.
That's a great point, Nero. That would have been the way to go.
You know what I'm saying? But nobody ever looks at it like this. So you guys, like Microsoft, spend money.
Stalker 2 into Game
Pass.
Pass.
Exactly. So Microsoft spend money to get games in the Game Pass, where Sony is spending money to keep games off of Xbox as a whole. As a consumer, what the fuck would you rather do? Sony go spend $50 million to keep a game off of Xbox for 6 months, or would you rather them spend that same $60 million to get their game to you in their subscription day one?
We've also got to look at it around what Game Pass has done around the way us as consumers engage with gaming, right? Because it's in Game Pass, there are games that none of us would have ever even
100%.
looked at
Yep.
not even given a side eye to at all.
Yep.
But because it's in Game Pass, it's like when you used to go to, you'd go rent games, right? You'd go to like, I don't know, Blockbuster or whatever, you'd go rent a game and then you'd go try it out and then you'd take it back 7 days later, whatever it was. And that's what Game Pass has done, but in your home. So you can rent or try a game. And if it's not for you, I fucking didn't put money down on it. If it is for you, I can choose to buy it. So as gamers, we are more likely in the Xbox ecosystem or the Microsoft ecosystem, more likely to give a new game a chance as a result and try it and expand our horizons because of that as consumers. And so we're more likely to try indie games and support indie devs and all these other different experiences because they have given us an opportunity to do that through Game Pass. Whereas on the PlayStation side, are you likely to fork out $70 for a new game with there being a chance that you're not going to like it? And demos aren't really that widely available. And if they are, they're fucking locked behind a paywall. So as Xbox gamers or Xbox ecosystem gamers, we're more likely to give a game a chance and then decide, based on our money, whether or not a game is worth purchasing it. And so we are less worried about that. Looking at the economic climate we're in at the moment, we are comfortable subscribing and putting this much money down because we know there's going to be games in there that we will like. There will be games that we don't like. But on the PlayStation side, it's not the same. And it's rather disappointing to see how different the two gaming communities are with the way they interact with new games. Stellar Blade, obviously waiting. It might sell later, more copies, but people are waiting to find out if it's a good game, not willing to give it a chance day one. Whereas when it comes into Game Pass day one, I'm going to give that game a fucking chance.
100%.
Because it's included in my subscription service. So they've changed the way we engage with games. They've made us better gamers as a result. It's a better model for us to try new things and not become stagnant around the games that we choose. Because PlayStation was curating that, going story-driven, over-the-shoulder, third-person, bow and arrow, dad simulator type games, walking simulator type games, and that's all they were pushing. Nothing else, no diversity. They're now having to push diversity. Xbox did that ages ago, and they're at a point now they've got so many developers. We have too many games.
Yeah.
Perfect example of the right investments, and they've done the right thing as for their consumers. Yes, they're a business at the end of the day. They know not everything's going to do that, but they know that they're getting more sales because people are willing to spend more money based on, is this a sure thing? Because I've tried it out and I believe it's a sure thing.
And that's where it comes into, it's like Microsoft say, hey, let's spend money to get our consumers more instead of spending money to get other consumers less. You know, and that's pretty much how you sum it up. Even next month, you know, we got examples, right? And it's every day we get new examples every month, right?
Yeah.
Flintlock, Siege of Dawn, and Path of the Goddess. Yeah, take a shot. Hey, we got Flintlock, Siege of Dawn, and we got Path of the Goddess from Capcom, right?
Yeah.
Now, Microsoft could have easily paid money to keep those games off of PlayStation, but instead of them paying money to keep it off other platforms, as a developer, how can you not rather them come say, hey, we're going to give you $30 million to put your game in Game Pass versus, hey, we're going to give you $30 million to keep your game off of other platforms. That's why I say Game Pass is a win-win because, like I said, you dropping a good game don't guarantee you're going to get good sales. I'm sorry, I have to say it. And I say it all the time. Alan Wake.
I'm sure Stellar Blade's fine. I haven't played it, and I'm sure it's a fine game.
Yeah, I mean, Alan Wake 2 is a prime example of that. One of my top games this generation has yet to break profits.
That entire studio's catalog. That entire studio's catalog is a perfect example of games that are critically loved and loved by people who play them that just don't sell a lot of units. Yeah. They just don't.
So
it is what it is.
Go Games was an example. Why do you think it's slowly, sadly gone? They had good games, but their games didn't have a massive attachment rate. Imagine if a lot of those games launched day and date with Game Pass at the time when they did.
Yeah, try hard fan. I hope you know, man. We love you. Like we're not coming at you because we disagree with you. 100%. Like respect your opinion. A lot of people disagree with us. Like I don't think it's a W, but the devs do think it's a W, and you're saying, and that's fine.
I think it is, as being a new IP, it's a W, but I think it could have been a bigger W. But I agree.
I'm just shocked at how low it was because it goes to show you that Twitter means fucking nothing. Because by the sounds of what I saw on Twitter, that thing should have sold 5 to 10 fucking million, and it barely crossed 1 million. You know, and that like it just sounded like it was the next game. You know, it was a godly game that was coming out, and everyone was talking about it. It's so great. It's so great. It's so great. But y'all didn't buy it. There was 60 million of you, and less than 3% of you bought it. What are you doing? Like, you don't even have games over there. What the fuck are you playing? We know what you're playing. We know what you're playing because we already seen the stats. You're playing Fortnite. You're playing COD. You're playing the same shit. You're playing 7-year-old games.
Like, realistically,
GTA
times is hard, and GTA. Realistically, times is hard.
And Minecraft.
Not everybody can go buy. Like, I'm sorry, not sorry.
That's
not
true.
Everybody can go buy a $20 game day one. Only PlayStation fanboys on X and on Twitter, and even online in the media. Only them guys make it seem like every single $70 game can go be picked up like that. I'm sorry, but that's just not the fucking reality of the situation, yo. Like, unless you're something like GTA, like, okay, cool. Like, people is gonna go buy that. Madden and 2K.
The tried and true will always sell, right? We know GTA will sell. We know COD will sell. We know Minecraft, even if it's the shittiest version of Minecraft, which the last things have gotten absolutely plummeted by reviewers, still sold like hotcakes. That's why I say, like, Capcom on its worst day, it kills everything. Right?
Because Path of the Goddess looked like it might be a niche type of game that's not going to be
I think it
everybody.
Is. I think it's going to be niche.
Capcom said, yo, we're taking a risk on the game. Let's put it in Game Pass. That's a guaranteed check. No matter how well or bad the game does, it's a guaranteed check.
That's why they did it with Exo Primal.
With Exo Primal, man. So it's like, it makes sense. If you got one of the best devs in gaming, which is Capcom, they are a top 5 developer out here. And I would argue anybody that says otherwise. They have one of the best engines in gaming with the RE engine, and it just got even better. So if somebody like Capcom can be humble and put some of their new games that they're taking risk on in Game Pass, then there's no reason for these other devs to be. Devs just shoot themselves in the feet every time they go do them Illuminati soul selling ass behind the door backdoor contracts with Sony. They're signing their fucking soul and integrity away, and then their games flop. And now you got situations like Square Enix. Hey, Xbox fans, I know I've been fucking you over, but here go Octopath 1 and 2.
And I know people are going to
good games, by the way. Shut up, Nero.
Hey,
thanks, Square Enix.
Hey. Welcome.
Take your crumbs.
I know people are going to talk about like Hellblade 2 numbers and such, and go like, not many people have finished that or completed that.
Am I crazy? But not the completion rate. But
It's an 8-hour
wasn't there 3 million people who played that though? I swear I saw that stat.
But like the big thing about this game is like, if you look at what's on offer in Game Pass. There are so many games. A lot of people installed that, loaded up to have a look at it. They will go back and play it if
that's a niche game. Like we don't have to twist that. That is a niche game. Like,
it's a niche game. It is a gorgeous game, and it is a just like graphically defining game around this generation. But if you actually give it the time of day and go to experience what that game is, it's probably, in my opinion, one of the best games for what it's offering as such a small package. One of the best narratively emotive games.
It's so $70.
It's not $70. It's fan-fucking-tastic. And I get to engage with that game how I want. I could buy it. I can play it on Game Pass. Fuck, I've already technically bought it through the amount of fucking money I've spent on Game Pass over the last how many years. But I think, like I said, 1 million for a new IP for this developer. Fantastic. When you look at it, siloed, just that. When you take into account the amount of consoles and the amount of fucking volume, the toxic community on Twitter talks about this.
That's the L I'm talking about.
It's a fucking L.
It's a fucking L.
Yes.
It's an L. It's only an L to Sony fanboys, man. Sony fans, it's a W. For Sony, it's a W. For the devs, it's a W. You know, they fixed that hard R mistake.
For those who talk smack, that's an L.
Right. I mean, like Days Gone there is no fucking Days Gone 2. Why?
I'm disappointed.
It sold more than 1 million. You know what I mean? Like, so there are levels to this shit, right? As Doc says, which by the way, Doc will be eventually on this podcast. Let's see. Parcuse.
What he did?
I love the profile pic. I love it. Don't say sorry, Parky. I love it.
Hit the button.
Can I just say that I
says.
told the guys before the show, but I'm drinking out of an Afterlife shot glass from Mass Effect.
Love it.
One of my favorite franchises of all time. Like, I even have the Mass Effect helmet sitting at my desk because I'm such a Mass Effect fan. Like, one of the best fucking games of all time.
She is definitely a Mass Effect fan. Yeah, for sure. Punty saying, big up Nuff, big up Rhetri. He's watching the UFC and the party at the same time.
I mean, we were having a bit of a UFC fight before this, like with Nero and Rhetri going at about who's better at.
I mean, if you want, listen, I'm going to stream it, and then he won't be able to say nothing no more. Unless I'm not gonna play him in the finals because I don't play the finals because I don't play those mid ass games that nobody cares about.
Yo, come on, man. Come on, man.
I'm getting you back for XDefiant. I gotta.
I came on here.
I played the finals. I'm not even fucking with you.
I was praising XDefiant today. You see what I mean? This is why I talk shit about that ass game. But I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah,
I've been having a good time lately.
Yeah, I mean, it is a good game. It is a good game.
It's solid, but it's
cool.
It's not.
I mean, when you look at
people said it was going to be.
When you look at what Treyarch is doing with their new iteration of COD and like
everyone's fucked, bro. Treyarch is
and then you look at XDefiant, you're like, fuck last gen.
Yeah, that Omni movement is going to change COD literally forever. That's not going away.
Use accessibility options for like movement is going to change the way people play COD. Especially for those people who cheat, man.
Yep. They need all the help they can fucking As Nero says, those PC sons of bitches, those PC cheaters.
Sons of bitches.
Jenkins.
I said it again.
It is.
PC stand for pussy cheaters.
Yeah. Love you too, Han.
Sorry, Dudu. It's going to be. It's priceless. I'm really sorry. It's priceless.
Oh, don't worry, RSJ. I'll stream it.
So how much for the helmet? Get out of here.
Just tea. I know you love Rhetri. I love you too.
You want to see me beat your ass in real time?
Hey, man.
Panda's hit on my way. Let's go. Yeah. It's not weird at all.
Rhetri doesn't hit on his wife, so I'm also
just get in there.
You're already married.
If you ask my wife, I might be a little clingy. I might hit on her too much. Yeah.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
No. Yeah, I'm that guy.
For the last week, man.
I'm that person when I'm in a relationship. 100% that person when
I'm in a relationship. I like my cuddles. And
I'm good. Thank you for asking. I hope you're well too. And to everyone in the chat, I hope everyone is having a good day.
What'd you say? I didn't hear what you said, Nero. What'd you say?
I said I love when I cuddle and it just happen to slip and fall into you. Like, hey, how did we end up here? We watching the movie. Like, how did we get here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sliding into their DMs.
Right, exactly.
Hey, shout out to everybody that hit that like button too, man, because y'all was disappointing to start, but we hit over 57 likes right now on YouTube. So
my cheeks are hurting too, dude.
Yeah,
I'm like, I feel like Hargy. I'm constantly smiling right here.
We're having a good show.
Thank you, Try Hard.
Yes.
We are.
All right. Have you got
fun,
any
man.
beer left, Rhetri?
Do I have any what?
Beer left.
I have no beer left. Do you want me to go get another one? Just so I can keep up with you?
Yeah, I got a can right here.
I was just gonna say we can all do a quick cheersy.
Well, hold on.
Go get your beer.
Yeah.
Talk about stuff.
Yeah. So why he leave? Yo, that camera tracking is some real sick shit. Why is it? Yo, fuck you. Yo. See this guy right here, man. I'm gonna fuck him up.
Behind the scenes.
You gotta download Halo. Yo, chat. What do y'all want me to fuck Rhetri up in? Let us know. Halo. I'm trying to think of games we can 1v1 in. I'm gonna fuck him up. Everybody need to bully him to get Mortal Kombat 1. I will fuck him up.
Have you picked up Hypercharge yet, Nero?
Yes, I have.
Or do you have? We need to play some Hypercharge.
We definitely need to. What's up tonight, man? Because look, I'm lit. I can go put some more coffee on. I can stay up for a bit tonight.
What are we playing after this show? I don't even know. We're jumping on Discord with you, right?
No community, y'all. Let me know what the fuck y'all want to play tonight, man. I got XDefiant.
Among Us.
That's still in Game Pass. I would download that. I'm not gonna.
Oh fuck! I love Among Us. That's such a good game. I just realized when I play Among Us that all the trust I have in people, I don't trust them anymore because they're fucking liars. But once I know your tell, I'm never going to tell you what it is. And I'm really good at figuring it out.
Did you just message me, Obi, like today? Let me see.
I can't drink beer because beer is
fucking
disgusting,
camera.
but I am drinking soju, which is Korean vodka. It's lychee flavor. It's fucking delicious.
Nah, Yobi, I don't got a new message from you, bro. It's just the one that you sent Monday.
He's back. Get a screenshot of this. Fuck you. Get a screenshot.
Screenshot. Only took me one beer to get weird. It's fine. Yeah, what we should do is play. We should play not XDefiant. I don't know why I was thinking that. We should play some Hypercharge tonight, man, because everyone just kind of loves that game.
Yes. Oh, your wife doesn't like beer either, Rhetri?
My wife? No, not at all. Beer? Definitely not.
All Panda interests
twinsies.
Twins. Oh, yikes.
I hate beer. Well, I'm not going to say anything else on stream.
I'll say this, man. I've been lit all fucking week. Avoiding this heat.
Dude, this heat is fucking awful.
All right, are we ready? Where's your drink, Nero? All right, let's go.
20. Cheers. Slante. Yeah.
I'm not encouraging day drinking, but I'm totally day drinking.
I am, yo. Fuck all that, yo. I'm encouraging everything but what the Dreamcast guy do, which is meth and crack. Smoke your weed, drink your beers, do whatever the fuck you got to do to get through this fucked up shit we call life, yo.
Meth guy.
Be responsible, though. Be responsible.
Yeah, don't drink and drive.
Yeah, please be responsible. Nobody in here,
don't do that.
Except for me, is gonna be driving after this. All right,
I'm
gonna be driving in Forza. I'm driving in Forza, yo. Drunk driving in Forza.
People who smoke weed are less likely to drive. It's the people who drink alcohol are more
because they fell asleep.
I mean, when I have my edibles, I stock up with my snacks, whatever I need, and then I will stay at home in the comfort of my own home and just relax. I ain't gonna drive anywhere. Fuck that shit. Uber Eats for a reason.
Ryu saying beer tastes nasty, hard liquor, better to get drunk. Yeah, that was my motto back in the day.
I would not disagree.
Why I drink soju.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
I've been drinking hard liquor all fucking week, yo. It's a celebration. You gotta celebrate life. Xbox better than PlayStation. Gotta get lit. You know what I'm saying? Plenty of great shit on the way. Every day is a reason to celebrate life, man. You know what I'm saying?
All right, what's our next topic? Because I'm totally just vibing with whatever we go with.
I don't even know.
Yo, Reese, I agree, man. I don't want to do nothing when I get high, yo.
15 million plays.
It did hit 15 million. I have no clue. Is it? Let me see.
That's awesome.
Like 4 years.
It's got to be.
Yeah, it's the 2020 version and the 2021 version for console.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was accumulating all of them or if it was just the latest version. That can't be all of them, right? That's been around for way too long to have just hit 15 million.
2020 is peak, but you've got to remember it's a niche fucking game. Oh, fuck you! I love you. Thank you.
I gotta drink. I gotta do what he says.
Yo, can I make a request for the community as well? Like, can we have a fucking Forza community night? Yo,
thank you, Lord.
Oh, yes. After the show,
okay. Listen, I talk a lot of shit because I like shooters. You could definitely beat me in Forza.
You can
so bad at that game.
Listen, we can go through it. We can go through a number of games I can beat you in. I will fuck you up in Killer Instinct. I will fuck you up in Mortal Kombat 1. I will fuck you up in Multiverse.
Because you play those.
You know that shit suck. Yeah, exactly.
Multiverse. No one gives a shit about Multiverse.
I don't even mod my cars.
Yo, Rhetri, I'm this close. This fucking close to doing a rant on the channel about fucking Multiverse.
Dude, yo. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. And listen,
I'm pissed.
We got to do your finals video too, right?
Yeah. But that shit kind of mid, so I kind of forgot about it. No, I'm just playing.
But I made a very nice thumb just for you.
You made a nice title as well. It's coming.
I don't care. It's fine. If you don't want to do it, listen. On this channel, you do what you want.
You just don't want me to fucking praise the fucking finals.
No, I made you. Look at the thumbnail I made you. I made you a very nice thumbnail. Praising finals. I'm gonna make another video that says why this motherfucker's crazy and why finals sucks. But I'm just finals is fine.
Microsoft Flight Sim. Imagine if they had a Fight Sim.
Fight Sim,
Microsoft Flight Simulator after 4 years, and obviously PC it launched in 2020, 2021 it released on console, hits 15 million players. It's a fucking niche game.
Dude, that
absolutely niche as hell.
Is it though? Like if you hit that many, like it doesn't fit. It's like, is it niche anymore if you hit that high of an accolade?
But like,
well, that's true.
When
that's
you
true.
look at it, most people turn it on, play like one flight, and then they turn it off because yes, they want to look at the visuals, but unless you're into that sort of game, you're not going to really sit with it.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather watch.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
I think it's a very niche game. I think that the 2024 version is maybe going to open it up a little bit more with the fact that we've got like jobs and roles that you can play. Mm-hmm. But kudos, well done. 15 million people who've played this game. It's not really my cup of tea. I tried it, turned it off. It looks great. It's not my game.
I would definitely be playing it when it comes with the new.
I'm playing the new
version.
one.
I think
I'm going to try it.
I think it's very relaxing, Panda. Like maybe if you smoke a blunt, take a couple shots, and you just want to mellow out, just fall. Like no, for real, like just fall back on the couch.
I feel like we're promoting a lot of drinking and drinking and drugs on this.
I'll just fly forever, right? I'll just fly forever. I don't need to worry about. But what I fucking love about Flight Simulator is the information it uses.
Yeah.
With all the live information happening around the world, like people flying towards storms that are happening. Like the game is stunning. The Azure cloud, the servers, all of that. Like what they've done with this game, and this is kudos to a studio that I think Microsoft needs to acquire. Asobo are so fucking fantastic.
Yikes! More people is playing Flight Sim than Halo Infinite right now on Steam. So it's
why'd you say that?
It's Halo the niche. Like, hey, I'm just saying. Like, hey, thank you, Howard. Like,
that's crazy, dude. That's actually. That's kind of crazy, dude.
Yo, the optics don't be looking too good for Halo sometimes, man. I fucking love that game.
Go back to 20 tier, put it to 50. Put it to 30.
Yeah.
I would like more of it. Like 20 tier is too quick to finish, and then I'm done. Like unless you're giving me something more.
Panda, what happened? Did they just give up on seasons as a whole? Like, what the fuck?
They've given up on the standard seasons. They just do 20 tiers. They're a lot more frequent.
Yeah. I can't remember. They call it something else. They're like, we're getting rid of the word seasons. I was like, gee whiz, I wonder why you're doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, the armor core that they were focusing on the last 20 tiers, not interested in. I don't use that armor core ever. Yeah. So
they need to get weird. I'm sorry, but COD did it. It's working for COD. Fortnite does it, licensing like crazy, and it fucking works like it is working for these other guys. Stop just trying to be Halo. Do some fucking weird shit.
I think it's time for more Halo spinoffs, man. We need another.
I agree with that.
We need another Halo Wars.
I want
game. Like,
I want a flood horror game. I've been calling for a flood horror game for fucking ever. Make it happen.
Flood horror game. Don't let us be a fucking Spartan, yo.
Controllers. What controller would you like?
Right. Yeah. Exactly, Nero. Like it's got to be grounded. Like it's got to be scary for
fighting the flood. Like yo, that's
yes,
man. Come on, yo. That's come on, yo. I also want a remake of the Evil Within series too.
And I know, fucking Doodle has this as well.
Mm-hmm.
Probably one of my favorite.
Oh yeah,
that's fucking.
That's a good one.
And I got the Sea of Thieves themed fucking holder.
The things I will do to that controller.
Yeah,
it would be sticky for days.
I love Titanfall so much. I still have my Titanfall controller.
That's a good one. Yeah, I like that orange and black and white theme. Yeah.
I'm going to start counting controller sales as console sales as well.
Then Xbox definitely wins. Without a doubt.
They win
hands down.
Over, yo. I love that controller though. That controller is very dope. Very nice controller.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I do want to show this real quick. Let me go over here. I just wanted to show someone made a great graphic. I think it was by Repulse or something. This graphic just showing the astronomical amount of day one stuff coming to Game Pass. I mean, look at all these games. Sure. Hopefully you guys can read a lot of these. This is just one page, by the way.
Just one.
This is why it's Game Pass is just inevitable, man. Like I really do believe in my heart of hearts that subscriptions are going to take over the gaming industry. I think PlayStation's gonna follow suit. I think they will do day and date. Again, it's just like everything that PlayStation does. They follow Xbox. They're gonna be years. They're gonna be years behind. But I promise, clip this shit. I don't care. They will do day and date. It's gonna fucking happen. I promise you, it's gonna happen.
They can't afford to not to.
Just say to all those people who are on Twitter, who are in our chat, who see the shit that people put in the comments around this, do not let anyone take away your enjoyment for the games that you're expecting to play through us. Ignore that fucking shit. Because the ones who are calling this out going, there isn't a reason to own it, all these games are going to
You're
fucking
crazy, bro.
Eventually. Doesn't fucking matter. I ain't paying full price for them. There's so many games I get to try day one. And then I get to choose, do I want to fully invest and buy the game? And there's still a discount through Game Pass. This shit looks fire. This is a roadmap. What roadmap does
This is a roadmap.
They don't have one. They don't have one.
Nintendo
let me just tell you what PlayStation did for this month for their subscribers, for their highest fucking tier. This is what you got. This is what you got for the month. This is the month.
Remember, they increased the price. Remember, we have to highlight that.
Yes, they did. They increased the price. This is what you got. I'm not saying these are bad games, but this is for the month. Borderlands 3, NHL 24, Among Us. This is the month. By the way, this is the type of shit that comes out on Xbox in a week.
Exactly.
So like they will pound their chest and go, "Oh my god, look at the great games that we have on PlayStation Plus that they got in an entire month." I've been covering Game Pass for years now. We get drops like this in a week. In a week, 1 out of the 4 weeks. So when they're they're not the same. They're not built the same. They are not the same. So it is what it is. But I just wanted to bring that up. Here's a second page too. Here's some more games. Manor Lords. I love this one. Pigeon Simulator replaced Routine. A lot of people forgetting about that Routine game. Alters like this Towerborn. Expedition 33, one of our absolute favorite freaking games shown. Period on the Xbox Showcase. Fable, like all this shit. Mixtape. South of Midnight. It just goes on, bro. Like we tried to tell you years ago that it was all going to come to a head. They had so many goddamn studios, COVID fucked shit up. It did. And and now even PlayStation's paying the price for that. Now all this stuff's coming out. The cadence is here. It's here.
Look at the showcase and the amount of games coming day one to Game Pass is a really hard thing to not overlook. Regardless of whether you're on PC or console, you're looking at this going, damn, they are giving me a reason to buy this. And we're talking about the rumor that potentially NVIDIA GeForce Now is coming to PC Game Pass, right? Is that what was the rumor?
I'm sorry, I was reading something. Say that again. Sorry, Panda.
The NVIDIA GeForce Now, that looks like it's coming to PC Game Pass?
Yep.
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
Stream through NVIDIA Now, or GeForce Now, sorry. There's so much happening. Xbox is just coming out with so many different ways for you to play their games and be a part of their ecosystem.
Yeah.
That they're saturating the conversation to the point where there isn't room for other people or companies to have a conversation at this point, in my opinion. And I think that's the mind share that is needed, because it forces those other companies to compete and not rest on their laurels. And that's really important, as PlayStation has been resting on their laurels based off last gen, and they haven't done enough to sell people on PS5. And they really need to sell you on the PS6, because from my opinion, if they haven't announced PlayStation Remaster or PlayStation Pro by the end of this year, it's not coming.
Well, yeah, no, I agree. I do think it's coming, but yeah, if they don't announce it by the end of this year, I think it's DOA too. Yeah. But I mean, even Phil did say during, some of his interviews that I keep bringing this back up, that people are not going to They're not going to leave their ecosystem. They get too much invested in their digital games library. And I think he's 100% right. They're comfortable where they are. They don't want to spend another $500 or whatever on another console. So why not? So Xbox is like, fuck it. We're not winning this fight. We're not winning this war, this fake war that doesn't exist. So let's just be everywhere. Let's do the one thing that matters the most and sell the most amount of units across who gives a shit where. It doesn't fucking matter, because what does make money is software and IP. And what doesn't make money is hardware. No one gives a fuck if you have 200 million Sony PlayStation 5 sold. If you're only selling 1 million of whatever
Microsoft.
game it is, it doesn't fucking matter. Do you think Sony's like happy as shit that Stellar Blade sold 1 million? If they say they are, they're lying. That 1 million ain't good enough for Sony. That's why you don't have Days Gone 2, motherfuckers. Like, use your brains. That's why you don't have it, right? That's why, because sales for IP matter.
Yep.
And if you don't have the sales, which they don't, like to Nero's point, a lot of people are struggling right now. So sales, I think, across the board for games are down. But you got to sell games. So I think what Microsoft is doing is what Sony's going to follow suit. They're putting their games everywhere. They're on TVs. They're on tablets. They're going mobile. They're doing fucking everything. Yep. It's being everywhere. They're partnering up with GeForce Now. Like, it's ubiquitous. It's going to be fucking literally everywhere. There's not going to be a device left where you can't play Game Pass titles. And I think that's a big deal.
Speaking of struggling, this is random, right? But shout out to everybody out there that might be listening. If you're going through a hard stretch of life right now, whether you're struggling, whether it's food, groceries, bills, man, just know you're not alone, bro. And it's always going to be the sun coming out after a rainy storm. You know what I'm saying? So that's another reason I hate ponies and Sony fanboys, because they are the only fans on earth that act like the struggle is not a real thing out here. No matter if you white, black, Asian, Hispanic, it don't fucking matter.
Yep.
We live in times where it is tough. The cost of food, especially in America. I'm not even going to talk about other countries where I don't live. In America. You understand what I'm saying? It was just a video of a guy who did a Walmart order from like 3 years ago, and his order was like $80 or some shit like that, 100 something like that, right? Then he hit reorder 3 years later, and that same order was like $300-$400. So it's like, this shit is legit, man. This is real. This is why Xbox is the best box, because they care about your pocket, they care about your time, they care about your money, they care about your feedback, you know. So I'm always gonna go where I feel like I'm valued as a customer. It's the same shit with food, right? If you go to a restaurant, you go spend $50 on food, but you don't feel like they value your time, the time it took you to travel there, to go get there, the effort it took for you to earn the money to buy this food in the first place. If they treat you like a piece of shit, you're not going to go back to that restaurant, right? So only PlayStation fanboys will go to the PlayStation restaurant, get treated like shit, get reheated up food they made 3 nights ago. Like, for real, they reheating up lasagna they made 3 nights ago, right? They reheating it up. Granted, 3 nights ago, that motherfucking baked mac and cheese and lasagna was hitting. It was fresh. It was good. But they just remade and reheated up the same food from a few nights ago and served it to you, and you like, yo, listen, I love that Sony logo outside. I'm not abandoning you guys, yo. I'm supporting the chefs, yo. I'm supporting the chefs. That's a great analogy. Like, you have to respect people as a company, and I hate when people get disrespected as consumers and just sit there and take that shit. That's the problem. When you sit there and take that shit, that's when it becomes like, okay, so what is it? Is it mental illness with these ponies? Like, are they just big R word? Like,
well, the ponies are the hardcore. I think the masses have no fucking clue what's going on. Like the biggest part of the Sony audience has no clue about. They don't listen to podcasts. They're just casuals, right? So they don't care about this shit. They play maybe 2-3 games in a year, and they have that consumer base, and that's great. But when it comes to value, like, to go back to the point you said earlier, Nero, about like people are having a tough time. This is why I think the pony is coming after people who say they're not supporting developers because they use Game Pass. Is fucking bullshit. It's complete bullshit. You are supporting. Like, I love that anybody, you know, can get into the conversation of gaming by having Game Pass for as little as, you know, $10 a month if they're on PC, or like whatever it is, like $17 a month for Ultimate and shit. Like, that's a great option for a lot of people who can't afford to drop $70 at a time. Like even I don't like doing that. I didn't even want to pay for the Elden Ring DLC because it was $50. It kind of bothered me. I was like, I'm gonna wait for a discount.
Well, it's $34 right now on CD keys.
Well, I didn't buy
Shit. Why'd you say that?
fucking the Outer Worlds
Hey,
DLC.
write that down.
Because I was like, I'm gonna wait for the Outer Worlds DLC to get cheaper.
Right. Yeah.
Because
I guess I'm sorry.
we've got too many games to play, right?
Definitely.
Too many.
I'm just tired of seeing this is why I was so unhinged when I first came to Twitter, because when I first got on X, I legit was watching the Xbox Twitter community get bullied by these big goofy ass PlayStation fanboys that I'm not gonna name them because they don't deserve it on our platform, right? But you can just guess the idiots, right? They've
we know the usual suspects.
When I seen them bullying people, I'm like, yo, Xbox fans, if you motherfuckers don't grow a backbone and stand tall, that's why I'd be so disappointed in the Tim Dogs and shout out to them. First of all, before I talk shit about any of them guys, I pray that they are doing good mentally, because some of the shit they do on Twitter will make you question their mental health. Like, you having whole breakdowns and cursing Phil Spencer to hell because a few fucking niche games went to PlayStation. Like, that's mental illness, yo. And that's not some shit that's like
weird behavior, man.
Yeah, it's definitely weird behavior. But I say all that to say, don't ever let anybody bully you in life for trying to save a few bucks. Whether it's Game Pass, whether it's PlayStation Now, whether it's CD keys, whether it's buying used games. Like, since when did it become embarrassing to try to save a buck?
Thank you, Nero.
If the gas station across the street from the gas station I'm at got gas 5 cents less, guess what? I'm a driver across. So I don't get the point of being ashamed. And it's like sometimes Xbox fans act like they're ashamed of things or ashamed to be a fan of Xbox.
Hell no. Celebrate
Maybe not now, but back then they definitely was. And it's like, yo, fuck that, yo. Be a fan. If you love something, be a fan of that shit, yo. You see that jersey behind my head? That is a Buffalo Bills jersey. I'm 25 years old. The Bills didn't start being good until I was 20 and 19. 19/20 years old. My entire life, they fucking sucked. But I still stuck by my team because it's like, yo, it's always a light at the end of the tunnel. And Xbox fans, we're in a good position. So, people always say, yo, take the bigger route. Why, as an Xbox fan, I'm not taking the higher route. Xbox as a brand already takes the higher route by trying to be all friendly dandly with PlayStation and still trying to be cool with them. Me as a consumer, fuck them. They kicked us while we was down, right? Yep. So, hey, the sock is on the other toe now, right? Foot of the shoes on the other foot, whatever the fuck that saying is.
I agree with you. I don't get the whole, this fucking broke-ass Game Pass crap and Game Pass fodder and the idea behind
support the devs.
It is really, really cool to spend more than you need on a game.
Embrace it.
Why would you not look for discounts?
No one goes to a car dealership and brags about paying more than the other person before them. Nobody does that.
You're saying this is $27,000?
Only in gaming.
Pay 30.
Does that happen?
If people don't do that, then why the fuck is regular people trying to do that shit?
People talk about gaming being an expensive hobby and they're like, I'll just pay more. Good for you. But the rest of us fucking people aren't willing to do that. You're the chump in this situation. We're all normal. You're delusional.
Definitely.
Shout out to the Gaming Prophet MYC. This is why I just showed this one. Nero was talking about it because it reminded me of something I say. Using $40 Fire Stick to stream games on another big screen. Using $200 Portal to stream games on an 8-inch screen.
Only Logic 101. Yo.
Only that's the type of stuff that bothers me. You know what I mean? It's like, come on.
Hey, by the way, you can bring up the tweet where I know this is random. I should have brought it up before. But when that one guy attacked Hip Hop Gamer the way he did, yo, geez, the fucking wheeze, that.
Oh crap! I forgot about that. Who?
Yeah, the way.
Was that Tom? Was that Tom Henderson?
Tom Henderson, yo. And the only reason I want to talk about this is because we had a good last session, yo. What was it, maybe 2-3 episodes
Poor
ago?
Hip Hop. I think we went at hip hop a little too hard. I feel bad.
While you go find that Mike Ybarra comment about what was he talking about? How people want to pay whatever they want to pay for the games. Do you remember his conversation about paying more?
Remember that. I do remember
tipping developers. I'm like, cool.
Ever,
maybe in a country where tipping
the tipping.
normal,
yeah, the tipping one. Oh, that pissed me off so much.
We don't tip shit in this country. We don't tip at all. You get paid a normal wage. That's it. Because unless someone goes above and beyond, that's when you're likely to go, here's a bit extra. But it's not embedded
It's
in
not
cultures
obligated.
around the world.
You're not
It's something that's definitely embedded and ingrained into the culture in USA,
definitely.
which is kind of sad that that is a thing.
And that goes
Um,
back to my point, right? Because it's like we're not obligated to support these devs day one, Panda. Like just because we're fucking gamers
Nope.
don't mean
Walk
we
on
have
it.
to go out and
No.
go through this shit. We're not obligated. I'm sorry. Like,
We're
listen,
not.
you can make me a big and this is gonna sound like the most dickhead shit Nero has ever said. I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. Listen,
Opposed to anything else
come
you say,
in-
Nero.
I can, listen.
It's just another
I
day
can come
over
into
here.
a restaurant. I can come into a
Another
restaurant
day.
with 50 family members and 20 of them as kids. We can order $1,000 worth of food, pay that $1,000 and walk out and not tip shit. We're not obligated to tip you shit. Now, would it be dope to tip somebody for doing a great job?
Sorry.
You deserve a job where you're going to be valued more for your work effort, right? Nobody is obligated to do any of this shit. And tipping the devs is by far the dumbest shit ever. Raising the prices of games is the dumbest
Tipping
shit
devs, dude. Oh my god,
Like, come on.
it's crazy to me.
How about
crazy?
how about you tip a little more effort into optimization because these games is not launching completely.
Yeah, exactly.
How about you
That
tip that? You know what I'm
that's
saying?
exactly.
How about
I
you
love that you.
support
I love that you
the
mentioned that, Nero. That's exactly the
And
point. When
that's
Mikey Ybarro said that, that's what I said. I said, what about the flip side? Maybe they should give us some fucking money back when you release a game that's not finished. How about that? Like, yeah, that's
Also,
not
they're
going to
like-
happen.
Tip the devs, and we're like, $30 skins much? Like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Right. Fuck that.
By the way, I wanted to send this out. This was from Galvington. This is a code for Game Pass for a month. So hopefully somebody can use this. I just typed it out. Here it is. There you go. So if you want Game Pass for a month, shout out to Galvington for sending that to me, man. I appreciate you.
Shout out Galveston, man. Like
Yeah.
the real Diablo goat in the community. I thought it was Panda.
Yeah,
but
dude.
it's not. It's him.
He is really good at that game. He knows what the hell he's talking about. So appreciate
Make sure
that.
y'all go
guys.
get that, man.
We have a topic about Fall of Duty. Fall of Duty. Fallout and COD bundle, right? That was the topic.
Yeah, I just wanted to, I'll share this tab real quick just because I thought it was cool because I love these it was just basically talking about COD and the Fallout crossover happening here. So I'm just, you can hear it? Oh shit, my bad. Sorry guys.
All good.
Sounding good. I was happy to hear it.
Oh, do you want me to put it back on? Here, I'll put it low. Is that good enough? Not too high? All right.
Oh,
Damn, that shit look good, yo. Oh my god, that gun.
Everything looks the best all of a sudden because it's
Yo.
owned by Xbox, so it's a better somehow.
Look at that. Amazing. Spectacular. Prestige. I love
Yeah.
it. Take my money.
I do love these crossovers. I'm not gonna lie. Honestly, that's how all of our things come from. All of our Xbox and icon centric stuff. When we get new subscribers, we get new channel members. All that shit comes from Fortnite. I love that shit. Like I love these crossover things. I love that Call of Duty is doing stuff like this, and this is the stuff that I'm talking about. Halo, like do some weird shit. This is what I'm talking about. Say that again, Ped?
You having the volume playing while you're talking?
Oh shit, my bad. I forgot. See, I'm not hearing it on my end, so let me mute that. Thank you. You're the best. It really
Also,
does.
I have a tip.
Just a tip.
Speaking of tips, just the tip.
For all the pretty single game developing women out there, I got a tip for you. Just DM me.
Oh shit.
No pony shit. No pony shit. No pony shit. No pony. It went from no Diddy to no ponies because ponies is out here sending
Okay,
developers.
can I just say that?
Oh, this is the other thing I wanted to share. Okay, I did find this.
They
Hold on.
send pictures to get release dates. Like, who does
Yeah,
that?
that's unhinged
That's
behavior if I've ever
toxicity
seen it.
right
Like
there,
that's
yeah.
disgusting.
I'm
Yes, it's
sorry.
so
Xbox people would never.
I couldn't help myself.
fucking love
By the way, if you haven't watched this horror movie, watch it. It Follows is
Okay, I gotta check
Chef's.
that out.
Oh my god, dude, it's so good.
Are
Chef's
we doing
Kiss.
a documentary of this soon? Like, I feel like it needs one.
I love that
I
animation
need
right
like
there.
fire sticks as well.
Yes.
I really put a
From
lot of effort
Fortnite.
into
That's from the
that
game y'all
animation,
talk a lot of shit about. That keeps
Fuck
making money
you
for the
with
last 7 years.
And
Never mind. I take back everything I said. I take it
Yeah.
back. I take it back.
Yeah. Every
Thanks for
super
saying.
chat, all that shit. Thank you, FarQ, with the $2. Yes. Panda, here's your tip. Enjoy. Oh, shit. Yeah, FarQ, I expect you to be playing Hypercharge with us tonight as well. But
I quit my day job. No, keep my
sorry,
day job.
I couldn't help myself because we did mention last week, like one of the we talked about this person without mentioning their name, but it's right there on the screen as another like kind of flip flopper, like these people who just like choose to go on the other side or do whatever they're doing. But it's funny, like love or hate Tim Dog and Crap Gamer or whatever. Like I think they chose the exact wrong time to do what they're doing.
It's great to have a polarizing view on the other side. It's fantastic
I
to
agree.
watch their narrative, and then what's going to happen out of this is also fantastic. If they want to die on the hill that they want to die on, have at it.
I mean, shout out to those guys. I mean, sometimes this is why, like, I say be cautious. Like I feel like we're all big fans here, but maybe even super fans. But sometimes I'm like, be cautious of the guys that this is their identity. Like this is it. Like they base their identity on a plastic box. Beware of those guys because we're kind of seeing like Tim.
This is what happens
literally
when you're a
just
fanboy
180.
first and a gamer second. I'm a gamer first, and then a fanboy second. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I love like
now he's
our
like
community.
An insider on the other side, which is just really interesting.
Right,
like
yeah.
I get you,
Like complete 180. Yeah.
Like I said, at some point we have to start questioning like, is mental illness playing a factor? Because like I said, this is like all jokes aside. Tim Dog act like Phil Spencer like literally broke up with him through a text.
You know
after dating for
how
10
many
years.
stages of grief does someone go through during a breakup? I feel like he's still in the
he's in
He's
the
still
anger
in
stage. He was in the denial stage for weeks. We all witnessed it. He was spiraling. But then he's in the hey, take that curse over there, man. We're eating good, right?
I mean, we say the Tim Dog curse is real, but we also got to acknowledge that like Bethesda has come in and done some shit in the space of what they're doing around improving what Xbox delivers for the showcase.
Yep. Shout out
Bethesda.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bethesda. I'm not losing any sleep over Tim Dog. He's made.
No,
his
I'm
bed.
not either.
He proved his side. And
no, like I don't
out
even know why people care. To be perfectly honest with you, like if tomorrow, if I was like, oh, I'm switching to play, like why would you give a shit that I'm doing that?
It probably would never happen because a lot of these guys. I'm not saying he's a coward per se because I don't know him. I'm not going to give like them personal attacks, right?
Only time can,
but
time heals all wounds. But like
Tim
is pushing his identity against the other platform now.
Jesus
and
Christ,
his
the
identity.
What's he saying?
He really
gives a shit.
Time. Like kudos to him if he wants to be if he wants to go down that road. But I think for us, we just need to leave him be. Why are we giving him attention? We don't need to continue to troll him and like talk about him. Like let him be. If he wants to be part of that community, then he is. We're part of the Xbox community. We don't need to engage with him for him to feel inferior. What PlayStation is doing is already out like he is. Ignore him. I would.
I will say this, guys, as well.
I agree.
Like, I think a lot of them guys is cowards, right? And like, not on no personal shit, just because it's like, I would love to have a live debate with them on whoever platform. It can be our podcast, their channel. It don't. I just need to get into the logic of why are you abandoning a brand that you claim to love because games are potentially going elsewhere. If you love this brand and if you love these games, you should want these games to be played and sold more. We claim to hate Sony, but you guys want Microsoft to be exactly like fucking Sony. And I get it. We've been beaten down as fans, but you have to realize we are bigger and better than Sony. We don't need to be like them. I said it before. Before I have Microsoft spend money to keep a game off of PlayStation, I'd rather them spend money to get that same game they're trying to keep from over there, spend that same money and get it into Game Pass, yo.
Tryhard makes
I agree, Nero.
Fan makes a good point. There's a lot of great people in these communities, though. Support those great people.
Definitely.
Give them the spotlight.
Definitely.
I agree. Go. Like if you're a PlayStation, go support fucking Bad Bit. That's a real
Agreed.
dude. That's a real dude right there. I just love Cypher says Cypher Type 1 says you never go full Tomcat. Yeah. I know what reference you were talking about there, Cypher. I appreciate you, man. That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, don't go full Tomcat.
This is my last shot of the podcast. This is my last shot.
I was gonna listen, you know how she said how she said that. She said of the podcast, not of the night. Of the podcast, yeah,
I love it.
I have no idea what you're doing.
Wait till play Hypercharge with us tonight, y'all, and watch Drunky McPanda.
Beat Panda, all right? Like
she's rough when she beats you. Here's the thing: you will fucking know it when Panda. I do the same thing, but Panda's really bad. Like if Panda owns you, you don't have to question it. You will definitely fucking find out because she'll let you know.
In the background.
She's gonna flap. She's gonna give you the good old ball sack in the face, flap slap. Yep. She'll let you know that you lost.
Back to the beginning of the show where you had that bird with those big.
Yeah, that was hilarious show. Yeah. Now, I will say this as well too, right? All right, so.
He's trying to figure out how to say this nicely.
Yeah, because I really be trying to. I can
see the hamster going. Man. He's like, "How do I say this?"
I be trying to word things correctly.
How do I be tactful?
Man, never mind. Sometimes it's no nice way to say things, man. It's all right. It's all right. I'll let the people keep
He's thinking about his grandmother and if he should say it and if she would whoop his ass.
She may or may not be listening while she play Candy Crush. So if you is listening, Granny, I love you, and make her famous in the comments one day. But I don't know, man. I'm gonna keep my thoughts to myself, man. It's just a lot of these people, man. They just come off as like just a lot of cowardly behavior, man. You know, like I said, I don't agree with everything any of my favorite companies do. I love Apple. I don't agree with every decision Apple make. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's okay to love a brand and disagree with some of their moves as a consumer, you know, but to leave a brand that's been the most consumer friendly brand out here, right? You know, you want a refund from Xbox, it's
over some games going over to the other platform. Games, I don't know.
And if you check their stats, they don't play these games. You know what I'm saying? Like this,
that much money into this ecosystem, and you're just gonna fucking go, "Fuck you, money that I've already invested." Yeah, I'm gonna start fresh on the new platform. I don't get those fucking.
I agree with you, Panda. I think that's the best argument. I think like leaving your digital ecosystem behind is weird.
It's really idiocy. Like real idiot
gamers still keep their console around because of their digital library that they have on console, because the Play Anywhere games isn't where it should be. And they need to invest more in Play Anywhere.
Right.
R.L. Stein, okay, I've played Hypercharge, but I'm curious, do you like PvP or PvE Horde mode?
I've only played PvE.
I like both.
I like both. I think
But PvP, like when we play together, like we're gonna hopefully do tonight, it's different, right? Because you're talking that shit to each other, and it's just fun. It's just fun with the PvP, in my opinion.
Is great for like unlocking stuff, but PvP, if you want to play with more people in your friends group, then PvP is where it's at.
I also ask this: did anybody ever see those Halo remake rumors that's coming to PlayStation ever turn out to be true?
Love you, Tryhard. You're amazing.
Did that shit ever turn out to be? Because like
spin the chain. I'm sorry.
I had my quarrel with Hip Hop Gamer, but let me say this because
I never found it. I couldn't find. I don't know what happened. I think it might have got deleted or something because I know I saved it and I don't have it unless you guys have it.
But see, this is my thing, right?
I think Wolverine will be good.
My thing is,
I agree.
When I disagree on this podcast, when we disagree with the rumors that Hip Hop Gamer was reporting to be as facts, and if it comes out, I stand on business. I will apologize.
We'll take the L.
I'm a man.
I don't disagree with everything he said. Some of the stuff he said,
I definitely don't disagree with everything that he says. But one thing I can say is whether I disagree with some of his reportings or not. What I won't say is that man do not be outside. He be outside. He interacts with the community. He seems like a great guy in the community. So it's no personal hatred or attacks from our end.
He is a good community guy. We got to give him flowers where flowers
I want to give him
deserved.
his flowers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, okay, a few episodes ago. Yeah, I just want to give him his respect, yo.
Still after the showcase where he gave him that heavyweight champion belt, and Phil's just giggling.
Exactly.
Because he's trying to be humble, but you know that everyone was like, fucking W for Xbox.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So I just want to give him his respect and his flowers because we might joke around a bit and disagree with some of these insiders. Like even Jazz, I appreciate everything that Jazz Gordon does, right?
100%.
Whether I disagree or agree with what he does, I respect what he do. I respect what Colt Eastwood do. Whether I disagree or agree with these guys, I respect them, right? And I'm only saying that to say this. The jokes and shit that we did and said on this podcast about that man came from a loving perspective. Like, yo, we love you, hip hop gamer, but we're not too sold on these rumors. Not saying you're a liar, not saying you don't have inside sources, but me personally, I'm not sold on that shit. So I'm gonna come on my podcast and disagree with you. But this Tom Henderson shit that happened on Twitter, that was pure hatred, that was pure envy. That shit has been building up. When people snap like that and go super personal, your fake ass hip hop gold chain, like, damn, son.
That was
what the fuck? Like, what the fuck did he do to you? Like, why
I do know he did say he apologized to it. He did apologize, but
he left that tweet up for so long. Like, how do I not see the apology tweet, but I see your tweet saying
I didn't see it either. The only reason I know what happened is because I think Paris or somebody said something, and then he responded and said, "I did apologize to hip hop gamer." There's like, look, we gotta be able to on the internet, on podcasts, on Twitter, have discourse without slinging like hate and just saying some awful shit like off the chain. Essentially, you can disagree with people, and you can be like, that's a stupid take. Some of these guys, look. I don't feel bad. I do not care when we talk shit about Dreamcast guy because we know he's fucking doing it for money. He said it. He has said it. He's playing a part, right?
Yeah, he's playing a role.
That's what's the difference between me and you? He's playing a role. I will sit on an Xbox podcast and say that I enjoy some PlayStation games. They will fucking never do that. They won't do it because their audience will hate them and too scared about losing subs, losing, whatever. Losing money, essentially.
You're a real gamer. You're there for the games. You're not there for the PlayStation. Your preference happens to be that you enjoy the ecosystem and what Xbox delivers, the controller, everything like that.
Controller. It's all about Game Pass for me.
But you don't the fact that games exist outside of that platform and that they are good games. And I agree with you 100%. Like, there are great games regardless of whether you play on Nintendo, regardless of whether you play on PC, PlayStation, or Xbox. If you're a real gamer, you are not making your identity about the plastic box. You're making your identity about the games you play. Regardless of where you choose to play. I grew up with Nintendo, so I'm a Nintendo fan through and through. But I got to play some games on Xbox and realized I fucking love the games that Xbox offer. I have played on PlayStation. My issue with PlayStation is the controller for me.
I do hate that controller.
That's the way I've grown up on the Nintendo and the Xbox, and even playing on PC. That controller doesn't work with me, so I would rather buy a PlayStation game on PC and play it on the controller.
That's what I do.
That I prefer.
And apparently, so doesn't the majority of people. 59% actually are you.
Thank you, Rhetri. Tell everyone about it.
Yeah, 59% of players on Steam that are using any type of controller are using the Xbox. And let me tell you, PC guys have a ridiculous amount of choices. So the fact that Xbox controllers are taking up 59% tells you that is the de facto controller on planet Earth. I'm sorry. You can hate PC gaming all you fucking want, but there's more of them than there are of us, and they say the Xbox controller is the one to go with.
I will say this, right? Because shout out Boba Fett Gaming.
Shout out to Sappho too. I do agree with what you say.
Shout out to Sappho. I've been agreeing with a lot of what you've been saying, right?
Yeah.
He said wrong post, wrong time. I get why Tom did it. I definitely get it too, right? But let me say this to play devil's advocate. I get why Hip Hop Gamer did what he did. Now, I'm not no insider. I'm not breaking no news, right? But One of the reasons I fell out with the fraud, I say his name, fuck him. Because we Xbox people, right? When I go out other Xbox people, we own the same console. We can 1v1 and whatever the fuck you want to play, whether it's Halo, whether it's Mortal Kombat, I'll fuck you up.
Yes.
Uni, Xbox Uni, you flip-flopping bitch. Listen, my problem with him. I'm sorry. I had to.
I muted him a long time ago. I have no clue if he even exists anymore.
The only reason I brought that up, right, is because I get why hip hop. When you really are behind the scenes breaking news and shit like that, and then one of these other bigger people take your shit and run with it like it's them. Now, look, I done had very good fucking memes, right? Before I started taking this shit too serious, I had very funny memes and shit like that. And these big ass Xbox fucking fanboy accounts would literally take my memes. They did it to the homeboy Lyric, to my homie Reese. They would take our memes, repost that shit as if they made it, not at us, not give us no credit. First of all, you had to see my meme for you to save it to your phone. Why not just like and retweet my shit or quote it with some laughing emojis? Why take my shit and post it as if it's your own? So when shit like that happen, I get why people get frustrated, because if I feel some type of way about that shit with memes, I know people who's on the journalist side of things and really breaking like legit news get they shit stolen. He has every right to be upset and be like, yo, listen, y'all keep giving all these other people they flowers and credit, you know, and I don't want to bring race into it because that's not the type of person I am, but is it maybe because he's a black man reporting this shit, but then the next white journalist report the exact same shit and get all this fucking eyes and views? Probably not.
I think it honestly, I don't want to give Tom any credit here, but it could be that hip hop said it such a fucking long time ago that
he was, right.
I tell you right now, I know something that's coming out on Game Pass soon that I was told about a year and a half ago from an insider that a lot of you think is the best insider in all of Xbox talk. I'm not going to say who it is, but I was told, and I was like, I'm fucking waiting. I'm waiting. And apparently it's coming out next month. So sometimes you hear about shit so early, even like, and think that the other thing is too, and a lot of gamers don't want to hear this because it's not cool to hear. Things do change. Things fucking change. Definitely. Something that was happening yesterday not necessarily is happening today. Some of the shit that Xbox, a hip hop gamer might have heard might have been true at that time, right? And it might have changed. Like you're all calling out for, tell us your sources, I fucking hate when people say, tell us your sources. Nobody's doing that. Only idiots are going to burn their own sources. So stop fucking saying that, guys. Use your brain. Nobody's going to tell you your sources, whether they have them or not. Right, but I just wanted to speak that piece. Go ahead.
As gamers, and I put it in the chat already. Kia kaha, which means stay strong in te reo Māori. Stay strong. Kia kaha. Like that is the whole point. If you like to game, regardless of the platform you like to game on, like you're a gamer at the end of the day. Enjoy what you want to do and don't have anyone influence you around where you choose to play games and the games you like to play. We're talking here. You don't have to listen to anything that we have to say. It doesn't hold weight because we are not you. We're not in your house. We're not in your...
We're like you. We're just gamers. We just have a platform. That's the only difference. That's it.
All we love doing is talking about games and giving and some entertainment because we have fun. I love games. And like I said, I have an environment where people aren't as passionate about games. This is where I go to talk about games because I don't have that in my life where I can talk about that with other people. I am next level when it comes to gaming and what I talk about. So it's quite off-putting for some people around how much I can talk about games. And so I come to where you guys are. We show up where you are and you engage with us. And we love it. And thank you so much to everyone in the chat who shows up each and every week.
We really do. We do not take you for granted. We do not.
We don't take it for granted. And we appreciate you all. And regardless of whether we game on the same platforms, you're still a gamer. All I really call out is just practices that I don't agree with.
Yep.
things that I see that's happening around that really irks me. And I think a lot of us are doing that at the moment because we don't agree with some of the underhanded crap happening in the industry at the moment.
Definitely.
And if you're not calling it out, you're condoning it.
You're a part of the problem.
Yeah,
now, I say
I
this,
agree.
right? I know a lot of people respect my gaming opinions, my gaming takes. Never let me be the reason you don't play a game, but I always want to be
like
the reason
XDefiant.
you do try a game. Nah, facts. Listen,
I told you,
true.
I never
It is
tried
true.
It Takes Two until RDX month after month,
dude.
coming back and going, It Takes Two is a great game. I picked it up. I've played it like 4 times now.
I
fucking
freaking love that game.
The
Perfection.
Easter eggs in that game are
R.L.
fantastic.
Stein, thank you for letting everybody know. Stalker remastered myself for 28. Stalker 2 is coming soon. I never played any of the original Stalker games. So
I didn't either.
If anybody want to hook me up with the Stalker game or Rhetri, we are taking game donations as well. JaymarleyTV is my gamer tag. Do your thing. It's appreciated. And if not, I'm not uni. You don't have to.
Fuck You has put his favorite image up. I put it up on screen.
Yeah, man.
Thanks, Fuck You.
Look at those fucking.
We need to bookend the show.
Yeah.
We need to start
That's
with the balls and end with the balls.
It's like
I'm not a
elephantitis.
Wolves fan, fuck you. I thought you knew that.
Yo, B, I didn't like the fact that Uni said if he ever sees Colt Eastwood's wife, he would F her. Like, bro, over video games too damn hard. That's just ridiculous, man. Like people like that, I don't mind calling them out.
I used to hang with Uni, and then like I heard some people. Here's the thing, this is why I fucking hate Twitter Spaces. It's the lowest fucking form of entertainment there is. Yeah, because somebody disagreed with what he said.
All the cockroaches coming out from the fucking
and he was just saying the N-word every 2 seconds, calling this guy a stupid N-word, and then just booted him because he disagreed with them. That's not look. We disagree with each other all the time. Like you got to be able to have discourse. You got to be able to have
someone's partner
different points.
Like,
come on,
at all.
Well, that's low.
That is disgusting.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, man. And it's
despicable. And he should be cancelled. Sorry, like sometimes
definitely should, yo.
Exist, and sometimes
don't follow that idiot, dude. I got him out of my timeline a long time ago. Listen, there's plenty of bad PlayStation guys out there. Don't get it twisted. There's bad Xbox people too, and I muted a bunch of them.
Ridiculous bad Xbox.
So
people.
mute them
I don't
just the same.
Any kudos to them, and you shouldn't either. Mute the fuck out of them. They'll die of their own slow death eventually, or they'll stick in their echo chambers and do what they do best, which is nothing.
Definitely, yo. So
if you don't know who it is, serve, then you're probably good. If you don't know who Uni is, then you're good, bro.
You don't need to worry about.
I want to say this as well. I want to double down on that Twitter space shit. Listen, anybody can feel how they want to feel, right? At this point in time, listen, I don't give a fuck how cool you think we are. Do not send me your fucking Twitter spaces, bro. I see
stop doing that to me too. Bro. Stop inviting me. I'm not going.
You will get blocked, bro. You will get blocked. I don't give a fuck how cool you think we are. I'm not about to sit around with a bunch of overly grown ass man, just saying a bunch of non-fucking factual shit. Like, damn, bro, I'd rather hop in a gaming Discord or hop in an Xbox chat before I do that. Like, what the fuck are we doing here, yo? It just be a bunch of non-shit spewed bad takes. Like Reese said, I'm full of terrible takes, but them people is really full of terrible takes. Like, legit.
On a different level. Yeah.
I know they talk about giving everyone a voice, but sometimes
bullshit.
People do not need a voice. Because all they're doing is spewing hate.
Yeah.
You gotta watch out for the hate spewers, man. You know what I'm saying?
R.L. Stein, you're wanting bad examples of Xbox people. They're not on this show, though. None of us are a bad example.
Right. I'm not.
Maybe there, and I'm getting there.
Like Sappho was saying earlier, like one of the reasons that he that why she respects or he respects hip hop gamers, that when he gets it wrong, he fucking admits it. Everyone on this panel will do that. Everyone on this panel will do that. Those are genuine, logical people.
The podcast for the last 3 weeks about how I feel about XDefiant. Like, I mean,
right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But that's the thing about real gamers. Like, I could have had a bad experience with XDefiant, uninstalled it, talked shit, dropped my review talking shit, and left it alone. But I see, hey, they add in Team Deathmatch, they add in big patches. Why not download it and give it again? I believe in everybody and everything deserves a second chance. Like, sometimes
and here's the other thing too, Nero. Like, you were gonna, I liked the game. You were not a fan of it. I made a fucking thumbnail for you like, you know, for like making fun of it, just like Finals. I'm not a big fan of the Finals. I think it's an okay game. Like, you love it, like, but yeah, I back you up on what you like. I'm not trying to influence you on what you do, right? You do you, and and that's your content, and I back you up, and you do the same thing for me, and that's how it should be, right? We all have different opinions. Not everyone's gonna like the same thing, and that's just the way it is. But you got to be respectful if someone you know, has a difference of opinion that you do. Don't, you know, there it is.
At the end of the day,
there it is. I was waiting for that.
It's all about respect, yo. It's all about respect at the
Feed
end
me.
of the day, man. Like,
feed the panda.
respect really goes like really far, yo. Like, just
respectfully,
whether you agree or disagree.
Fuck you, Reese.
Definitely.
What did he say? What did he say? Highlight it.
I fuck
He
Reese
says
up
I'm
in
still
Mortal
wrong
Kombat
about
2 the other
XDefiant.
night, yo.
Listen, the fact is, Reese, you just weren't good at the game, bro. So I think that's why you didn't like it.
Yeah, hey, true. Reese was getting fucked up in the XDefiant suits, like consistently. Like,
I'm just kidding, Reese. I love you.
Like, I'm not. Fuck Reese.
Yeah.
Also, I fucked Reese up in Mortal Kombat.
You can say that because you're like his best buddy.
You know what it is with Sub-Zero, man. I'm out here.
I did see that.
They're embarrassing fans. We do.
You fucked me up too.
I mean, like,
we've got, absolutely, Boba.
I mean, we've seen Rhetri, like, he's in the show.
I say all kinds. I say stupid shit comes out my mouth every day. Ask my wife.
I mean,
that's fact.
We all have good days and bad days, and a lot of that is also based on like what comes up in the news as to sort of the takes that we have. Good takes, bad takes. But we're going to tell you how it is and how we see things. You don't have to agree with any of it because, again, my opinion, Rhetri's opinion, and Nero's opinion should not impact you as a gamer. Yes, it might hold a little bit of weight, but if I like a game or I don't like a game, if you like it or you don't like it, it's not going to impact how I choose to game.
Yeah.
Or where
100%.
I choose to game. So,
absolutely.
Like, it's just an opinion, and we talk about reviews just being opinion, but some fucking reviews are loaded as fuck around all the shit that they do.
We know, like, certain sites, like Metro PC, we know why they exist. They
Metro
exist
UK is just fucking...
Yeah, we know the bad guys.
Doing bullshit reviews, right, is why me and Rhetri try to review games when we can to give a real game perspective. But we'll be honest, it's not... Sometimes it's hard because... we don't get game codes like some people get game codes who
I'm
really
trying. I am trying.
You know, and that's why it's like if I ask somebody to hook me up with a game, like whenever somebody gives me a game, I have a rule. I'm gonna review that game no matter what because I'm like, how can I? What is the ultimate way I can thank somebody for hooking me up with a game, other than reviewing it, shouting you out, and putting down effort to really edit the review, record the review, write the review, like, you know. So that's my ultimate like thank you. You get what I'm saying? So. You know,
I mean, we look at it. You two are both in the States and I'm in New Zealand, and we have found a time that works for all three of us in which we can show up and do this show. Like there is a dedication and there is a love for what we do and what we get to talk about. And we have made a big effort to do that based on time zone differences. So, like, we're going to show up and we're going to be real. That's how it is.
I love that you said that, Panda, because that's true. Because I wasn't doing this. This was the only day that we were going to do the podcast because that was the only day Panda could do it. Period. Yeah. Because that's how badly I wanted Panda on this podcast. I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like, that's the only day you can do. Okay, cool. That's what we're doing. Because she knows what the fuck she's talking about, man. That's what I want to be surrounded by.
Best podcast out, man.
Yeah. But we do need to feed the panda because the panda's getting hangry.
Yes.
Yes.
The panda has had her alcohol, and she is all about giving less than 2 fucks.
For sure.
Tell it like it is.
Tell it like it is.
All
right, everybody.
Like, our weekly goal, man. Personally, I set this goal, not Panda, nobody else. Like me personally, I want us to hit 100 likes on every episode, like because I know we can do it. Every week, we got over 100 people in here. So please hit that like button. Even last week, our podcast got to 95 likes. So that was even pretty, like really good. And that was without Rhetri. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's true.
So, you know, even this week, right now we're sitting at 72. And a lot of people really do come even after this because we got fans all around. Some people can't catch us live. So a lot of our numbers come post. So I appreciate the people that's here live. I appreciate the people that come after. I appreciate the people that might just now be
I
discovering us.
appreciate all our
16 episodes
members.
in.
Thank you each and every day that
Yeah,
you show up.
thank the
Appreciate
channel
the
members.
members.
We get
People
way
who
more
super
support.
chat.
Way more support than I thought we would. I got to be honest with you. We're still very new at this. The amount of channel members that came out to support us, I was shocked. I was shocked. We got a lot. We're up there with some of the bigger podcasts.
Guy for his Pizza the Hut face.
Reese exposing me like crazy tonight, yo. Like, yo, how you block somebody from the channel,
Reese,
yo? Like, yo, how you?
Well, he's got a point. He's got a point.
Yeah, that's
sometimes.
what I'm saying.
Have you had your
Nero,
coffee yet, Nero?
Nero
Because
goes
we
sleepy
play
time sometimes.
We are playing Hypercharged. Get your fucking
Sometimes
coffee.
we're gaming, and sometimes Nero just fucking disappears, and we're like, I think he's sleeping.
When you fight the corrupt media, every day I'm just swinging like this at the gaming media. Every fucking day, I wake up and fight the corrupt media. So forgive me.
You wake up and you
choose
violence.
Yeah, something like that.
A shout out to I see Soul in the chat, brother. I'm so sorry I missed that episode with you. I know I brought you into. I'm glad. Listen. These guys had nothing but praise for you. They absolutely loved you. You'll definitely be back on the show, Soul. He's a real one, man. He's a real one.
Wait. So. Okay. If we talking about, I got Soul.
I'm talking. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
First of fucking all, thank you. Last week, amazing guests. Like, first of all, I loved everybody that's came on the show, from Umbra to Doodle to Ray to King David to everybody. Like, every single guest, I appreciate y'all. But I got Soul. Like, last week was a very personal pod episode for me. I'm not gonna lie. When Rhetri text he wasn't gonna be able to make it, my anxiety kind of flamed up. Not that we couldn't do it without. Yeah, we did. Not like we couldn't do it without him. It's just because it's like, damn, that's my brother. Like, Rhetri, I love you. So it's like, you not being here. I'm like, yo, even when Panda not gonna be able to be here for her birthday weekend because she want to go be a little fucking slutty panda, whatever she's gonna be doing out there.
Little slutty panda. Now I gotta find a slutty panda meme. Okay, good.
Right. Nah, I just say that
one where everyone's grabbing on that panda. The video you sent earlier.
Yes.
Right.
It's adorable.
Yo, if you didn't watch the episode last week, go watch it and drop a like because I Got Soul was a hell of a guest. His daughter was extremely adorable. His daughter came and showed us some beautiful things she made.
Beautiful fucking beard.
Yes.
Love it.
I'm trying to get like you, brother. I'm trying to get my beard like you, yo. Yeah. I just really resonated with him, yo, and we definitely got to have him back. It's a lot of guests we got to have back eventually.
Yeah.
Like, yo, Ray, unhinged as fuck. Might ruffle some feathers.
Poor hip hop gamer.
It was really Ray, yo. It was he might blame Ray after this. He might take me to the Xbox court. But I'm putting all the blame on him.
Have a good night, Lord Roughness.
Yes,
Lord Roughness. Yeah. We appreciate you, Lord Roughness. Always sending out the tweets about the show every fucking time, dude. I appreciate you, brother.
Definitely, yo. Yeah. I just want to say, man, I just thank you all, you guys, yo. Like, for real, man. Like, just coming out, supporting us, dropping likes, even with the super chats. Like, if you can, we really appreciate it. If you can't, you being here is the ultimate payment. Like, one thing you can't put a price on is time. So when you come and listen to us, whether it's for you in for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or after the fact, or catch us the next night, the next morning, your time you can't put a value on time because that's one thing you can't get back in this life. So we really appreciate you guys, yo. Like, on some real shit, man. Love you. We love our community, yo.
We really do.
Rhetri, we love you really too, bro. We really happy you're back. We happy everything is going all right, man. We here for you.
Thank you, man.
Love you.
Appreciate that.
Fuck IGN.
Fuck IGN. We can say that. King's not here. Hashtag fuck IGN.
Right. Hashtag love King, but fuck IGN.
I will be on WBG eventually with Dirt and Sean Abdel. That I have been talking to him about that. We just got to figure out when that is. But yeah. Because I talk a lot of shit. All
right, but I'm done with my overly long end of the show wrap up
monologue.
I think I gave enough phrases. Drop a fucking like.
You know where you can find us, everybody.
Yeah,
we're fucking
we're here, we're there, we're everywhere. Listen, if you guys want to join us tonight, we're going to be playing some Hypercharge. We just put the Discord, what it's called, Community Game Nights out there. Come and play games with us, man. You don't have to be good. We don't give a shit. Just come, have some fun with us, man.
You do have to be prepared for a panda who's had something to drink, and she's going to be throwing it down.
It's a special panda. It's my favorite type of panda. So yeah, it's gonna be fun tonight. So definitely come and join us, guys, if you have the time to play. If not, it's all good. But we'll definitely talk to you guys soon, and we'll see you on the next episode of the Aim Down Sights podcast. Later.
Bye.
Peace.
Fuck IGN.